Yo, it's Friday night, time to kick it off right. Wize and the crew, we're ready for a fight. Controllers in hand, we're the kings of the game. From the couch to the bar, we're lighting the flame. Hit the arcade, neon lights flashing bright. Sipping on some brews, we're feeling alright. From Street Fighter duels to Madden on the screen, getting wasted together, living out the dream. Friday night gamers, we're raising the stakes. Level up our vibes, no room for mistakes. With Wize in the mix, we're feeling that high. In this digital world, we're ready to fly. Grab the snacks, pizza rolls on deck. Like night cheese.
That's not bad, is it? What do y'all think?
I mean,
Okay, so full disclosure, that was made by our very own Supanova Gaming, and
I mean,
he sent it to me.
I didn't make it. AI made it, but
Well, whatever it was, it was done well for what it was. How about that?
If you didn't like it, just blame Supanova.
Yeah, well, that's what we do anyways. We always
send me all the hate mail.
Yeah, well, that's what we normally do anyway. So we always send you the hate. Well, anyway, welcome everyone to Wasted with Wize, episode 65. Need you tonight.
So close.
Yeah, that was actually. This was what was my song that was actually gonna play? Where you go? I don't think I even downloaded it. Well, fuck it. All right, anything else. So we'll worry about it.
Why is just the fucking textbook image of preparation?
Yeah, you know me, of course. Like, okay, I'm not being paid for this shit, so of course there's not a whole lot of planning being done beforehand. So yeah, so unfortunately, until such time I get monetized, I'm gonna then invest more of my time.
You give it your all before, so that way you already built that mentality. So
even when you get monetized, don't expect the bank to be rolling in. I'm just telling you.
Yeah, but at least I will be a little bit more incentivized to do anything, like as opposed to sitting there. As it is, I try to do as much as I can, like when I'm like watching TV or something like that. But it's just really hard sometimes to motivate myself to do stuff when you're not being monetized.
You act like being a math teacher is hard. Open your book to chapter 12. I'm busy over
here.
We've
not used books in 10 fucking years. Walk into a classroom in the past 20 years and you'll see. You're not walking into anything. That's right. That's the problem. But anyways, let's go ahead.
Okay, open your screen readers to.
Damn.
All right, let me go ahead and get started with my intro. Let me start with the man who actually brought the music, and I got a special music for him tonight.
Oh dear God!
You ready? Supanova, you ready, my man?
Sure.
All right, here we go. Super for you. Here we go, Supanova.
Oh shit! What up, Super? How's your week been going? We missed you last week during the Turkey Day special. How's life? How was your Thanksgiving? And how has your week been going, man? It's been chill. It's been good.
Okay, cool. Anything happen? Anything interesting happened in the fam world with Thanksgiving? Any turkeys got raped or anything?
Well,
not in our house.
They just got eaten.
They got stuffed.
Yeah.
We just want to know how you stuffed them.
With my hands.
No, what he's not telling you is Supernova got stuffed and he's been shitting and stuffing for a week. So
shit. Motherfucker looks like he's 20 pounds heavier anyways. He's been stuffed with something. Shit, I don't know what it was.
Super turkey, apparently.
Motherfucker.
Nah, fucking Supernova is not a turkey. He's a turducken. There you go.
Turducken. Where's Joe Madden?
I'm the bird inside the bird inside the bird.
The bird's the word, baby. The bird's the word. All right. So let me go to my next panelist. Cerebral, you ready?
Whatever. I'm not going to do anything. I don't dance. So,
okay, well, you're going to love this one. Yeah, everyone's going to love this one for Cerebral. Here we go. Cerebral, here we go.
I'm ride spinners, they don't stop. Ride spinners, I'm ride spinners, they don't stop. Ride spinners, I'm ride spinners, they don't stop. Ride spinners, I'm ride spinners, they rolling. I'm ride spinners, I'm ride spinners, they don't stop. Ride spinners, I'm ride spinners, they don't stop. Ride spinners, I'm ride spinners, they don't stop. Ride spinners, I'm ride spinners.
let's be honest.
Why are you throwing up gang signs, Paul?
I'll throw up a gang sign, all right.
Okay, y'all know Paul's got a hover around with some rims on it. You know that with those little
spinners, yeah. And light effects. You left out the light effects.
Oh yeah,
the underglows.
Exactly. Do you have any hydraulics in your hover around? Does it go bounce up and down?
Hey, I tried to get on Pimp My Ride and they canceled the show. So,
Isn't that where you got your hover around from, like LA Customs or something like that?
I wish.
West Coast Customs or something.
West Coast Customs,
yeah. All right. So how's your week been going? How's life been treating you? What you been doing? What you been playing?
Well, let's see. Week's been going okay. I am planning, I think I mentioned it last week. I'm going to California for 2 weeks, leaving not next week, but the week after to spend 2 weeks with my family. My dad's like 80 something years old. My mother's like 70 something years old. So, so I won't be with them much longer. So,
wow.
You mean the other way around?
No, I mean it exactly how I said it.
That is important. Don't need to be saying such things, okay?
Yeah. But no, and then I've been
I love you all, but soon you're gonna die. Like, goddamn.
Every morning
seen that insurance policy, motherfucker.
That's what I pray for. That's what I pray for every morning when I wake up. I wake up and go, shit, not again. But
I can dodge them phone calls from the Grim Reaper. I ain't gonna answer. Goddamn it.
Paul is the only person who wakes up every morning. Paul's the only person who wakes up every morning, looks up on the roof and says, "Motherfucker, not again."
Yeah. And then let's see. So yesterday, because last night it actually dropped at 7:00 my time. Started playing Indiana Jones. Mm-hmm. Great game so far. Mm-hmm. We can talk about later. The accessibility is on par for what I've needed so far. I have some
nice.
And everything they've done. So, and Attic can speak to the game itself. The game itself is great. For me, it makes you feel like you're Indiana Jones. I like the first person look, and it switches to third person when it needs to. So you get to see Indy do his thing, but for the most part, you are that character. And the opening part was awesome. I had just watched Lost Ark like the day before, and I started playing the game going, this seems really familiar, and it was. But yeah, it's a great game.
I do want to get into it, but I don't want to go on a tangent right now because then we'll be talking about it and we'll never get done with the intros. So let me go ahead and get to the next panelist. My next panelist, Sir X-Man, my man. How you been doing, boss? How you been doing? How's your week been going? What you been doing? What you been playing?
You jinxed me, bro. My internet
needed
an update. You jinxed me talking about updates.
Shit. It was not my fault. That's why we were a little bit late because my fucking Roadcaster wanted to update for the last minute. So yeah.
Whatever. You still jinxed me.
So what did you have to update?
Oh, my internet had to update.
Oh, your internet. So how's your week been going? What you been doing? What you been playing, boss?
Not much. Just playing spades, and I like Marvel Rivals.
No, okay. So you've been playing Marvel Rivals on what?
Mm-hmm. On the Xbox. I might put it on the PC and see how it does.
Okay. So how you been liking it?
PlayStation 5 Pro just to get Marvel Rivals.
What'd you say?
Are you talking to us, Fabio?
You definitely bought a PlayStation 5 Pro just to play Marvel Rivals. I'm
No, but so yeah, I also want to.
You didn't play my song.
Well, you don't have a song. You're too old anyway. So
I told you.
Your song was three people banging rocks together. Okay.
Hell yeah, but that might be too much for you. So I'm gonna change it to make it easier. Megadeth.
All right. Okay. Here's your song, man. I got your song right here.
No, I don't listen to that, dude.
You better get a mop without wet ass pussy.
Like he ever picks a song that I listen to. Shit.
I am a metalhead, and I've been a metalhead since the 70s. So get right.
That explains the echo. That explains the echo between your ears. But just
whatever, dude. Jesus
like a gong going off.
You never done nothing. You've been doing Iron Maiden concert. We don't work on that, Wize. But we can work.
Better, happy.
Sir X-Man fucking run to the hills. That's what we need for him.
All right, let's move.
Run for your life.
I mean, that's not
All right, let me move on to my next panelist. Okay, Sir X-Man, not Sir X-Man. Triple, you ready?
Yeah.
The host has dementia. Yay!
Hey, go ahead.
Nah, what the fuck?
All right, ready? Wait, okay, so here we go. Triple, this is for you. Here you go.
There's a little crackhead dance. Oh, this is actually perfect.
Oh my God, that's great.
It looks like it's working, bro.
That actually worked good.
That worked way too damn good, man.
That was perfect. That was
why you using that actually.
that was perfect.
I used it just for that. He was like, "You need to dance." I was like, "Yeah, I'll put the video."
That was actually quite
is
nice.
that thing,
Actually,
man?
you did well. You did good. You did.
It's toothless
How's your week?
dancing.
How's your week been going? What you been doing? What you been playing?
I've been good. I don't know if I'm getting reverse from one of else or is it just me? But I've been good. Yeah, this working per usual. Playing games per usual. So yeah.
Okay. Cool. All right. Let me go ahead and well, before I do that, Fabio, my man, you ready?
Yo.
Okay. Here's yours. Ready? Here we go, Fabio. There you go.
Scared.
Oh shit!
No romance. Now word up.
Now you said that just like a European would.
Fabio, do you know anything about that song?
Honestly, no. You got
I have
it,
no
Dan.
clue
I have
about anything
no
about
idea.
that.
No, you don't know anything about that song either?
Nah.
I like the corn version. The corn version's good.
Oh yeah. So Fabio, how's life been going?
Too much work, but doing well. Like I got to. I'm going to be talking shit about my work here. Like been working my ass off on my master's degree dissertation, and also I've managed to finally publish a scientific paper. So yeah.
Congratulations, man.
Oh, so
Thanks,
what was it on?
Dodging seagulls while riding roller coasters.
Like it was approved. It is going to be published on the journal called from the American Chemical Society called Physical Chemistry AU.
What? You keep breaking up.
Seriously? Oh shit. Okay, is it better now?
Yeah.
Okay, so like it's going to be published in a journal from the American Chemical Society, and the journal is called Physical Chemistry AU.
Oh, okay. Wow. I didn't know. I never took you for a chemistry professor or a chemistry with a PhD.
No. I don't have a PhD yet. I'm trying to get my master's degree soon enough.
Oh, you're trying to get your. Oh, so you've not gotten your master's yet. You're working towards you did your master's dissertation. That's what you said.
Yeah,
that's what he said.
Okay. Because he was breaking up. I couldn't hear. Okay, cool. Well, congratulations. How many
Thanks so
pages?
much.
How many pages?
30 pages.
30? Oh shit, that's light work, dude.
Just for the journal, just for the paper.
If you go through the PhD thing, it's going to be like my PhD was close to 385 pages when I was done. By the time I was done with my defense.
What the hell, dude?
No. But like, here's the thing. My dissertation is probably going to be having like around 100 and something pages.
Mm-hmm.
But so far, like, I'm going to be using that paper that I've just published as part of the dissertation, so I don't have to write it down everything back. So
no, that's what I'm saying.
I just said that to make people think he's smart.
No.
Oh yeah, well, I wrote like a 8-page book report in fucking junior high.
No,
Sucker.
my master's dissertation. My master's dissertation was like 42 pages. With my PhD dissertation was close to 200 pages. Then after the defense and all of the rebuttals with the defense, it ballooned into 385 pages total.
Damn.
So yeah.
Okay.
So, yeah. Fun days, and it's all math. So yay.
What did you pay to do that?
What?
What nerd did you pay to do that for you?
Shit, it's okay. It's like, we do what we gotta do, a little cocaine on the side and things get done. That's all I gotta say.
Oh, you in Alabama, it wasn't cocaine, it was the chief, there was crack. It wasn't even the good stuff.
Fuck, it was more like moonshine.
Allow me to rephrase the question, Your Honor. Whose dick did you suck to get that fucking paper written?
Again, Alabama, probably a close relative, but I
don't know about whose dick I sucked to write the paper, but whose dick I sucked to get the
defense
move
on.
Oh, yeah, we can ask that. Move on. To secure my PhD, yeah, there was a little bit of a dick. That's why it stands for
Anyways.
Speaking of which, okay, speaking of getting dicks.
Oh, no.
Don't do that, bro.
All right, anyways, Addict, you ready, my man? It's your 20 seconds. You ready?
Your 20 seconds.
I appreciate the invite, man. I apologize that we keep.
No. You got your 20 seconds. You ready?
No, he got 8 minutes.
What is my 20 seconds?
He's going to play you a song.
You can do whatever you want, but you don't know what song I'm going to play. You can do whatever you want in that 20 seconds. You ready?
Super Bowl for 20 seconds.
I'm going to just sit just like here for 20 seconds.
All right, ready?
Yeah.
My man, Lord Addict, here we go.
I don't even know what this song is.
Let it rock.
Let it rock.
Every time.
He's not a good judge, bro.
Okay, can I get you on a clip saying that you don't know what that song is?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Shit, I gotta clip that shit. I'm gonna play that for Cognito and
okay.
David and all them.
They're gonna say they're gonna say he probably doesn't.
He probably doesn't.
Remember, you're talking about Cog, who thinks heavy metal is like 3 doors down. Okay, so
really, I know, right?
Wow.
How do you not know Africa Bombastic? I mean, it's like a classic, man.
Africa Bombastic and the Soul Sonic Force.
There you go. Africa Bombastic and the Soul Sonic Force. How do you not know? This is
not much. It's not a classic like you think, apparently.
Yeah.
Oh, no, it is. It is.
It is.
No, not.
Some dangerous topic.
I mean, it ain't Sweet Home Alabama, but it's still a classic.
Sweet Home Alabama. Nothing is Sweet Home Alabama.
Alabama.
Even Sweet Home Alabama and Sweet Home Alabama.
Everyone dances to Sweet Home Alabama, no matter what state you're in.
Yeah, I hate fucking Sweet Home Alabama. You get it. You think that living in Alabama, that would be your favorite song. No,
all right, you gotta let him finish the intro. Let it go. Come on, let's move it.
All right. So let's go ahead and go into our first topic for tonight. So
let him finish his intro.
Oh, he didn't intro. Okay, go ahead, Todd. Go ahead.
How was your week, Addict? What have you been playing? What are you drinking, if anything? Stuff like
the
that.
good stuff.
I don't
What
drink.
compelled you to show up here on the show?
I've been
You don't drink.
I've been trying out that Marvel Heroes.
You mean Marvel Rivals?
Marvel Rivals.
Yeah, Marvel Rivals. I don't know why I say Heroes. All these Marvel IPs starting to like blend together. The names are
right.
They really are.
Yeah,
I've been playing some Avengers: Age of Ultron here, so it's kind of.
Yeah, I've been playing that. I beat Indiana Jones.
Everybody beat Indiana Jones now.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna
had it early.
play
You
that.
already beat it?
Yeah, I've had it for like a week.
Oh, okay.
I think I'm gonna go to Fantasia after that. After I play a little bit of Marvel Rivals. So
I got a question about Fantasia. Have you gotten into it any, or like have you looked into it?
I tried it a little bit on when it was on a tablet. I think it was the iPad, but I don't have Apple products, so I didn't really have access to it a whole lot. So I'm interested to like try it on console. I'm a huge fan of the actual people that make the game. So
well, Miss Walker Studios, famously so, Hironobu Sakaguchi, the guy who made Final Fantasy what it was, right? That's the creator. But
Final Fantasies went downhill since he left.
Well, since he left, no. But my question is this, right? Like I heard, as you'd heard, I did not know Fantasia was at first an iOS game, but people are saying that it looks like an iOS game even when running on the PlayStation or whatever's being ported to. Is that true?
I didn't expect that stuff to change, to be honest with you. I didn't expect that stuff to change. Here's my thing. I want this company to make a new
Blue Dragon.
not even that, lost all anything.
Right.
Like, I don't care who drops the bag. Someone dropped the bag. Like, this man getting up there in age.
Exactly.
I'm going to turn around. He going to be retiring. Like, someone dropped the bag before he decides he's done with gaming entirely. He's been in the mobile division for like a decade at this point.
See, and that's the thing that doesn't make sense to me. This guy has a awesome pedigree, right? Probably one of the most famous pedigrees in all of gamedom. And nobody has sort of like requisitioned him to make an RPG. That doesn't make any sense to me at all.
Hey, Addy, you make a point. We're saying the same thing. Why can't we get the voice of Sam Fisher, make a Splinter Cell while you can still use his damn original voice before he can't do it no more?
Well, it's because all these companies are too busy chasing Fortnite bags and GTA 5 bags. And
right.
They're no longer interested in single player games. And now that's why, like, as sad as it is, like when these AAA games as a service that no one asked for drops, it's like, okay, keep playing. Like, you keep doing this to yourself. Like,
exactly.
Fuck Concord. That's what we said. We said fuck Concord.
And
Nobody
we're
going
to actually get into that because Layton said something to the effect, and we're going to actually talk about that. But that's the thing that doesn't make sense to me. You've got some really good game designers out there. Like, for example, I know like Ken Levine is working on something in that game Judas that he's working on, but it's still nowhere near to be heard of or anything. You know, it's gone radio silent. Where is it? All this stuff, you know?
Let them cook. We'll see it when it comes out.
Well, I mean, go ahead. You were saying?
I think the biggest issue is just when you started like really putting corporate into the gaming industry, it's an art form. So clearly it's not going to meet eye to eye. Sometimes just because something isn't going to give them quarterly, bonuses and stuff doesn't mean the game shouldn't be made. Because with that scenario, if they weren't clout chasing, that's essentially what they're doing is clout chasing. They could have made something that pushed the brand further, and we could have been out of this Fortnite
bullshit
section, this battle royale that we've been in the past like 6-7 years. But the problem is the whole industry, that's all they care about. So if you keep trying that, you keep failing it, then why? Because all they see is they don't see themselves wasting this money. They see, there is the potential that I could make this money. So it's okay to waste hundreds of millions of dollars, because I think in the end I can make billions of dollars. Like,
we feel the same way at it, because that's why I can't get Epic to make me a new Unreal tournament.
Well, I mean, you're talking about these suits.
And I'm in the beta for like 8 years, and they haven't brought out Unreal Tournament.
Man, why are they going to waste money doing that when they can just continue making $11 billion selling fucking Nicki Minaj skins in Fortnite?
But see,
when that stuff dies off, though, what are they going to say?
The issue isn't those companies doing it. The issue is companies trying to replicate it.
Mm-hmm.
That's the issue, because you have like 5% of the industry that's had a successful game doing it, and you have 95% of the industry trying to copy and do it themselves, but none of them have those products to do it. No one's got Fortnite quality games. No one. But for some reason,
you talk about Fortnite quality game. Fortnite wasn't a Fortnite quality game when it first came out.
Fortnite fucking sucks. It's always sucked. It still sucks, but it makes money.
But okay, it doesn't suck. I'm not good at it, but it doesn't suck. It's got enough players to tell you it doesn't suck. But them not being what they were when they started means they adjusted and they changed and they found something. They found something.
But
that's what I'm saying. If they would have just did, at the time they saw the scheme, and they're like, look, we think we could do this better, and they did it better. But the problem is the industry, most of them just want to copy off everyone. They don't want to evolve anything. They don't want to innovate anything. That's why, like, I know, like, Mike Ybarra has been, like, taking pop shots at Marvel Rivals, but it's like, fam, how long was you in charge of Blizzard?
Yeah.
Like, you didn't do nothing for Overwatch. Nothing to evolve that game.
Overwatch came out. They had a successful blueprint, and they made Overwatch 2, which failed.
Well, all they had to do was keep the campaign.
Overwatch 1.5. Let's be honest here.
Yeah, but also like overlap. Like Overwatch came out, and then Fortnite kind of blew up, and then they tried to do Overwatch 2, but at that point, a lot of the audience had already shifted to this other fucking game.
No, but like take it consideration.
I was just gonna say, remove the PvE component. They were really pushing for skill trees and stuff, which would have really expanded the game past just a PvP component. And then when they scrapped that, and then now it is essentially 1.5.
I just got one thing.
No, but like,
one unique thing.
Nobody can still beat the king that's been the king for 12 years. And
no,
I'm
but
sorry.
like,
I'm
do
sorry.
take into
That happens to
consideration-
be that the king of all kings is still Minecraft.
like,
Period.
That's a different style game. Totally.
Yeah, it's a
That's,
different
but
style
like-
game. Go ahead.
No,
let's
like do take into consideration that one of the main things that they wanted to do in Overwatch 2 was to change the microtransactions model, because what do we have in Overwatch 1? Loot boxes. And then when there was that whole loot box fiasco by EA and that it was being seen with bad eyes because
Star
of that,
Wars,
Remember the
man.
online
companies
passes
were having
that the industry used
bad
years
reputation
ago?
because of it.
Yeah, I
They
remember
decided
that, the online passes.
What,
Yeah,
what was the
online
best way for
passes.
us to scam
But the-
people? So there we go.
That must
Let's
have been
put a
one of
fucking
the-
battle pass.
That was one of the biggest like letdowns that the industry's ever tried, and that shit only lasted for like 2 years, 3
It was
years.
an
and they
epic
stopped that
fail.
junk. Yeah, that was one of the only things that I've seen in the industry felt so bad trying to like snatch money from people. They're like, yeah, this ain't working. Like, let's stop this. Let's find other ways to milk them because this ain't milking enough. Like,
No, hey, Addict, I think Concord beat that. Epic fail.
No, but the problem with these live service games and what people don't understand is the growth paradigm. Okay, so for a live service game, this thing has to keep growing, kind of like a fucking cancer.
You gotta be in it for the long haul.
It's got to be growing. It can't be like assuming a critical mass and then stay there. It got to keep growing. So, like for example, when you become as successful as a Minecraft or a Fortnite, what is the next evolution? Well, the next evolution is what they've become, which are platforms, which is what Roblox did as well. So,
It has to build to grow.
yeah,
It's not
exactly.
just that though. It needs to be such a better product that when the people come over and try to test the water to see how the game is, it needs to be so fucking good that they say, you know what, I'm just gonna move over here. I'm gonna migrate over here. This is where I'm gonna stay now. What happens is everyone goes, okay, let me check out this new thing. I'm like, yeah, it's cool, but I'm gonna go back to what I've been doing for the last 5 years. And the game dies in a couple months.
That's
And
what
that's a hard thing to do, is to make a product that is so superior that you're going to get all these people to fucking migrate over. It's not going to happen.
That's what Epic did with the
one-
original Fortnite, man. Because Fortnite was not a that kind of game at first.
Right.
It was a survival thing, and then
And
Epic
it's a
came and
PUBG
said, "All
shit.
right, we're gonna steal from PUBG," and they
Yeah.
actually made it better because they used
and-
characters that people could relate to. But PUBG is starting to get more players again for some reason. I guess people are tired of the Fortnite aspect.
No. One of the reasons Fortnite works is because they keep bringing in new characters that people are interested in. They, even though it's the same old, they also have added multiple different modes. They have prop hunt. They have the race car thing. They have
They got the guitar
but you-
thing.
their version.
But you
Their
see,
version
that's
of
where
Minecraft.
Fortnite
Games
succeeded
now.
and PUBG failed, because PUBG, now they're growing, but PUBG failed to evolve into a platform that Fortnite did.
Yeah.
Fortnite has its own platform. You have the
You know
Lego
what's
series,
funny?
you got the racer variation, or whatever else is out
PUBG is
there.
one of the few examples in the industry where it succeeds when Fortnite starts to fail.
Yeah, that's true.
Because
Well,
you're
I mean,
getting
look-
you're pretty much like it's
point.
you're getting like the drip over effect where like this giant water has just been going up and up, and now it's starting to like have little cracks and they're at the bottom, like trying to swipe as much of the water going off of it as possible.
Hey, Addict, people are getting back to more of the realistic style. They're getting tired of the kitty style.
All right, talk
what I
about
love
realistic style. Let's talk about a
Ah,
game
no,
that can-
let me finish my damn sentence. You always
Why
stop
you
that.
you have been talking so much. I've been fighting.
You
to get
got a
two
lot of
words in
damn nerve
edgewise.
talking
All right,
about
let's go.
You know what?
Let's go to
I'm
Indiana
out
Jones.
here. I'm
Indiana
out
Jones. Indiana Jones. Okay,
I'm
let's
not
go to
doing this
Indiana
again.
Jones for tonight. So yeah, we got the Indiana Jones review scores, and I think it's sitting on Metacritic at what, 86, 85 or something like that. IGN gave it a 9. Actually, I think it was at Xbox Era or one of these Xbox
Gave us
websites. Actually,
6.
yeah, they gave it a 6.
No, that wasn't Xbox era. That was
No,
Sony.
that wasn't. That was.
There was one of this
How
Xbox
does-
One.
How does
I know you're talking
Xbox
about.
era?
Paris
Xbox
gave
On,
it.
I think that's what it was.
Paris gave it a lower score too.
Just gave it a 7.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and see, that's the thing that I want to talk about. One, Paris, when he was on Kind of Funny, and they were talking and inquiring about his experience with the game, and he couldn't announce what his score was. he was talking about it in a pretty favorable light. Now, one can argue 7 is not a bad score, but at the same time, for somebody with an Xbox sort of slant like Paris Lily to like a game and then rank it 7, that is kind of a low score. I would have thought he would have been
what
at
I've
least
seen,
an
because
8.
I've seen a bunch of people review, and I'll let Paul and Attic talk more to obviously since they played it. But what I've seen from a lot of reviews is it's getting good reviews because of all the things it does well, which is obviously Troy Baker, his rendition of Harrison Ford, all the voice acting, the music, the settings, all that shit is on point where it feels like an Indiana Jones movie. And the story is better than the last 2 movies that came out. It's really on par supposedly with the old OG Indiana Jones, but it falters in the gameplay aspects, and that's where it's getting the lower scores. But everything else it does fucking amazing, supposedly.
Let me just interrupt you all there just to say that I gotta go now, but it was good, really good to see you all. Hopefully, I can manage to be for more time in one next episode. Have a great night, everybody.
He's got to go pose for a romance novel.
Exactly. He has to go put on the ball in the mouth. He's got to go put the ball in the mouth and put on the little gimp outfit and everything.
We got a tiger for him to ride.
Have a great night.
And just what's the save for tonight, Fabio? All right. Okay, so let me go. Okay, so Cerebral and Attic, you guys go ahead and have a free for all on this because you guys are the most qualified to talk about this game because I'm not playing it yet.
Yeah. First, I want to address what you said that because Paris is Xbox leaning and he gets a lot of that for some reason you think if he's a good reporter, that shouldn't matter. That's been my whole thing with the gaming industry anyway. Is even though hang on, let me finish my thought. Even though I was an Xbox ambassador, that doesn't mean that if something is bad, I'm not going to say this is crap. Because I've been told that. Well, you have to say that because you're an ambassador. No, anything I say is my own thought, ever. Okay, I'm not going to kowtow to any company because really, even though I've gotten some goodies from them, they don't pay my rent. If they did, I would probably still say, they could have done this better. No, I've only played about 6 hours into the game. I'm not even out of the whatever called, where the Catholics all hang out with. The Vatican.
And mind, like, just because he says that, like, this game, like the Vatican and 2 other places in the game, like, they're gigantic. There's mad side quests. Like, it's not just a narrow, like, A to B to C game.
And I keep getting these side quests that I haven't even attempted to look for yet. And that's the one thing too, is you have to go back to other areas and collect stuff and take pictures and all kinds of crap.
Are they meaningful side quests or are they?
I don't know yet. I really don't know yet. So that's good to hear though.
And
but
they'll be doing stuff like, because I'm famous for like not being the backpack collecting kind of person.
Right.
Like, I don't care about collectibles. I don't care about most side quests. Like, unless you gauge my interest, like, I don't care about the NPC saying I need help.
Yeah.
It's not me. You do need help, but it's not me.
Yeah.
But
let me go get my friend. I got a guy over here. Yeah.
Instead of doing what they do is they'll just drop like a random item, like a key or something, and no context behind it. You'll pick it up, you roll around. It said it's a key to a storage. And I'm like, well, damn, where the hell does this belong? Like,
well, let me ask you guys a question. If you had to describe the overall gameplay loop, is it more akin to like a Bethesda type game where it's like a first person like exploratory type situation, or is it more of a id type game where it's like more shooter, kind of more action oriented? Like, what is it? What type of gameplay loop am I looking at?
It's a good mix. I mean, I love using I don't think it really leans, for me so far anyway, it doesn't lean more one way than the other, because there have been a lot of times I've had to beat the crap out of fascists and whip the shit out of them. And, I will say that even on easy, his lack of ability to keep fighting kind of sucks. The man gets tired quick. His stamina gets tired quick.
But how's the whip mechanics? Okay, let me ask you.
Oh no, that's pretty natural actually. It's not like you have to sit there and aim specifically within stuff. You have to get in the area, but it's not it's not stupid where you got to like fine tune where you're pointing to hit it.
Oh, okay. So it's not like pinpoint precise. As long as you're
No.
like in a certain
So, like,
vicinity, it hits.
essentially, like, let's say you whip their legs, you'll like pull back and they'll fall backwards. If you get like behind them or their torso, you'll whip it around them and you'll pull them to you.
Yeah.
And
And then beat the shit out of them.
Yeah, if you could grab them, like
Yeah,
you can,
which is
like
nice.
when you whip them too, you could grab them and do grapple and you just punch the shit out of them with the other hand. If you whip like a weapon or something, they'll drop it and then you could go and pick it up and shoot them with their own weapon. Like,
Oh, cool.
Yep.
Okay. Huh. So what left y'all pleasantly surprised about this? Like what
whole
what
damn
did you
game.
not
Yeah.
really?
Just the
I thought I
feel.
was going to go into this and hate this damn game. If anyone watches IOP,
did. Yeah.
almost at every time in this
Every
damn
time.
game's brought up, I'm saying this is going to be the biggest dut I've ever played in my whole damn life.
Yeah,
Like,
he did. A lot.
No, let's be honest. Okay, so indie has a soft spot in all of our hearts. Okay, however,
Not
I
mine.
got a 15-year-old in the room across from me who doesn't give a flying shit
never
about
watched
indie.
indie
Okay,
films before.
so that's who they got to cater to, right? Like that's the audience, sort of, right?
You know what? I would wait till you see the numbers, dude. I think you're going to be surprised because I am honestly, because remember, to get early access, aside from being a reviewer or whatever, you had to pay for the $30 to get the 3 days early access. I am surprised at how many people in my friends list are already playing the damn game. And that's just so I don't think they're going to be hurting for the audience. I mean, like we were talking about last week. Yeah, and it's a good game. I think if your kid actually watched it for a few minutes, go, okay, this looks cool, because it does make you feel like you're in the movie. It makes you feel like you're Indiana Jones. I think that's where the first person works in its favor. You know, you're the character. You're not controlling the character. You know.
So here's the question that I have. Okay, this game, say what you will, and Super, you can, and Triple, you can kind of jump in on this as well. This was made by Machine Games. Machine Games was rumored before this to be developing another. What was the game that they had made before that? Shoot, the Nazi one,
Wolfenstein.
Wolfenstein. So another Wolfenstein, you know, as Boxenberger says, Wolfenstein, you know,
Wolfenstein.
Wolfenstein, yeah. So
Now that we've said it 15 times.
is that what Wolfenstein became, is Indiana Jones, or was Wolfenstein put on the back burner? And is that
Now, this is not Wolfenstein in any way, shape, or form.
so was that a good decision?
Have you not seen any gameplay of it, Wize?
I have seen gameplays, but like what I'm just asking, like where did that other Wolfenstein that they were rumored to have developed, is that like on the back burner? And did they make a good decision by greenlighting this and putting that on the back burner?
They didn't.
I mean, I'm just going by hypotheticals here. Like, this is what we've been hearing from industry buzz. Okay, like from what we've heard.
You've been hearing it from weird ass sites that you go to.
Well, yeah, I got to. Well, it's still weird ass sites and weird ass sites.
Remember
Shit he looked at in the dark web that has no business here.
When you start talking about like in development, that could mean that they started working on a script. Okay, that doesn't mean that they had like, you know, it was 90% done and they dumped it for Indiana Jones. You know, it's like
yeah. Well, I mean, but that was
what the last Wolfenstein game they made was a disappointment.
Yeah,
it wasn't great.
I wouldn't say disappointment. That standalone was a disappointment.
Right.
I always consider like full blown sequels as the next project. Like that was just something like a portion of the team did while they were working on their main game.
Yeah.
But this is not one of those. This looks like the whole team has sort of.
Oh no, the whole team was working on this game.
So here's my question: then was this a? So here's the concern that I have. Okay, let's call it spade. Okay, and Cerebral.
Good, he froze.
Did well. It had good critical
you froze,
reviews.
Dude. You froze. You stopped talking. So repeat your question.
No, Hi-Fi Rush came out. Hi-Fi Rush did critically well. Okay, critically well. Not sales-wise, we're not talking about anything. So my biggest concern here, and this is the biggest pushback, and this is the thing that I do not like. Okay, I am an Xbox gamer. Okay, as an Xbox gamer, Xbox wants me to pay via a subscription platform for their game. Okay, fine. I'll pay 15, 20, whatever you say per month to get Game Pass. then you complain as Xbox that you didn't sell enough games, and now you're shuttering the studio who made the game.
Okay, stop.
Yeah, but they're probably going to sell like 4 to 5 million on PlayStation.
Hang on. That we don't know why they shuttered that studio. You can say all you want.
We don't know, but there is a legitimate concern about that.
No, you brought it up.
Okay.
So don't start going, well, they made this great game and then Xbox shut them down anyway. You don't know if that wasn't in the works before. Great game or not, you don't know what they had planned. Don't sit there and go, well, they made this great game, now they're going to shutter the studio. Don't do that. That's stupid.
No,
I feel like his criticism is valid. If you make a successful game, maybe not commercially, but everyone liked it. But it doesn't matter what the reasoning, what the wasn't reasoning is. They made a game that was probably one of the highest rated games they made at that time. Had some of the most. They're the ones that decided to shadow drop that. They're the ones that decided to do all this, and then the studio ended up getting punished in the end.
Yeah. Well, hang on. But what if they said, okay, what do you guys have planned now? What are you going to do? We really don't know.
That's just he say, she say. Like we can't. You can't
that's what
confirm
I'm saying.
my story. Like I can't confirm your story.
Right. Correct. That's what I'm saying, though. But Wize always comes at it like it's fact.
No, but my thing is this: I enjoyed all of the games that was released by that publishing house, Tango Games, right? I enjoyed every game from the Evil Within to Hi-Fi Rush. Their games, Ghostwire Tokyo, I enjoyed their games. Were they critical darlings, 96 higher? No, but they were solid, good games. Okay, you can't say anything about those games. However, this is what concerns me. I got a good game in Indiana Jones. Okay, I like the games Machine Games makes. What if I go through Game Pass to play this game and not support it like the traditional way of buying it? What is going to stop Xbox from saying, "Oh well, I know it was popular on Game Pass"?
I think
but
one thing that you kind of don't.
Again, you're talking like that's their reasoning, and dude, we don't know, but you're talking like that's what they're going to do.
We've had internal. Hold up. We've had internal memos shown where they're complaining about the sales of consoles or the sales of games. Like these aren't like hypothetical questions. No, these are actually being talked about.
No, but we can. But depending on the age of the memos and stuff, we can see that they're changing that as we go. They're the priority on consoles, even though they still have a little bit of a priority. We know that that's not their priority now.
Maybe they don't even know what to prioritize.
Realistically, if you cut all the bullshit, there's only really one reason why a studio gets shut down, and it's because it wasn't making money.
Yeah,
there's
that's
no
what
other
really pointed out so
whose
far.
Fault was that? They're the ones that decide, because originally they were going to show.
But that's what I'm saying.
Hold up. They were going to show Hi-Fi Rush during the Video Game Awards that year, and they chose not to. Microsoft chose to make it a shadow drop during that. That wasn't Tango. That wasn't Tango's wishes. Like that was Xbox that wanted that.
Mm-hmm. And the thing is, they still could have shadow dropped it if they at least showed it first, did some marketing, and then said, "Oh, and by the way, bam, you guys get it right now." But people already knew what it was.
Yeah,
you know.
But I think one thing that we haven't pointed out is looking at. I haven't looked at their history, but the difference between Tango and Machine Games and whether or not one studio's been performing better on the Bethesda side before they were even acquired by Xbox. Like you're making when a game out, it does well, and you still shutter the studio, but you got to look at the history leading up to it.
Because I don't think those what do you call them, the Evil Within games? I don't think those sold a whole lot either.
Evil Within, what was it Ghostwire Tokyo? And
I don't think any of those games really did gangbusters.
Evil Within has a niche audience. They're great games, but they were never big sellers.
Well, Joe Dunmore says something. He said the studio head left Tango, but that's not the thing. Well, okay, yeah, I know the studio
heads
left.
Come and go.
Yeah,
all the time.
Right, but that doesn't mean that can change the studio. That could change the.
But that doesn't mean for the studio to shutter. No, but what you guys are failing to realize is put yourself in the perspective of a consumer. Okay, as a consumer, I say, for example, I'm only an Xbox consumer. I don't have any other console besides Xbox. I am doing exactly what Xbox is asking me to do, but at the same time, Xbox is penalizing me as a consumer by closing down those games that I seem to enjoy.
The only way I can really look at this is play the games, enjoy the games, support the games, and depending on, we don't know the outcome. So we either
we have no control.
what Wize is saying is we don't know how they want us to support it because the mixed messaging from memos to how exactly studios getting shut down that actually was in Game Pass.
No, I get that, but
they stay invested in Game Pass. We invested in Game Pass. They still shut studios down.
Yeah,
no, I get that.
from a fan's perspective,
that's
okay. KY, you were saying you got your hand. No, KY, go ahead. KY, you had your hand raised.
First order your left, KY. You don't have to raise your hand to ask. Just
okay.
I'm about to swear on the Bible.
You guys just have to
Game Pass makes.
ILP. I have to fight for every word I say.
Look, Game Pass makes $7 billion annually. $7 billion.
All right,
annually.
but that doesn't help me.
Tango was shut down because they were lazy. Tango was shut down because they shadow dropped a passion project called Tango Gameworks, and the rest of the studio wasn't doing shit. They weren't working on anything. They weren't doing anything.
So where did you figure? Where's your sources? Because I actually know things behind the scene. Where's yours? What article can you refer to saying that they weren't working on anything?
I don't have any proof.
Okay, continue.
No, I mean, I completely understand, and it is solid criticism to give, because as you say, if I'm supporting it either by buying it or going through Game Pass and you still shutter the studio, it does leave you to have less hope in the brand. But at the same time, it's like we're kind of overanalyzing until we get some actual results. Like it's a good conversation to have, but at the same time, it's like you just won't know unless we get some information out. And again, I just reference back to, but particularly in these situations with Tango, it's like, again, look at their history. And if this was something they were just planning far in advance, and regardless of how Hi-Fi performed, they were going to shutter the studio anyway. We don't know that, but that could have been a possibility. But again, you're right. It's still a bad sign, because
this could have been the plan from the start.
I love Hi-Fi. And
one thing that we can say is, regardless if they shut it down, notice they didn't sell The Evil Within. They didn't sell the other IPs that they owned, because they were doing so much to try to make sure that studio was saved in the logistic of things. Mm-hmm. They probably took pennies on the dollar just to make sure that studio, because the amount of attacking they got from that, they did do the right thing by Tango in the end. But my thing is, like, I'd understand if you came across like a bad game or something, like, but it's just like, my thing is, like, you had a foundation. Hi-Fi Rush is a foundation. You could have built on that. Hi-Fi Rush 2 could have been a bigger project that brought more people in, better marketing. You know how to market it better because it's the second game. My thing was, like, you didn't even try. That's my thing.
And the fact that they put it on PlayStation,
all right, that's the other thing. They released on PlayStation and didn't even wait to see what the returns are going to be on that before deciding what they were going to do.
But like you made allusions to, it could have been something that was in the works already. It could have been part of the plan when Xbox bought that set of studios to say, okay, at some point we're going to have to start paring this stuff down, and these guys are on the chopping block.
Had to be, like you released such an amazing game in Hi-Fi Rush, and then you slapped all the consumers with that. I mean, at least they did, as you said, they sold it up to, who was it, Crafton?
Crafton. A lot of people,
and they still have the IP. So at least hopefully the IP still thrives. So at this point, it's like, if you love the IP, just go where the studio is.
Yeah, there's all kinds of questions that we will never have the answers to. After the studio had left, did the others want to stay in the studio, or did they want to move on?
Companies aren't exactly transparent,
right?
Yeah. But okay, so let me ask you a question that you might be able to answer. Here, okay, now that Xbox has famously sort of identified their business plan going forward with this is an Xbox ad. People, so my question is this: this game is coming out, and relatively speaking, 86 is generally a good score. Okay, let's just say it's a good score. My argument, and I was on Mucha Show last night, this is what my argument was. My argument is that Xbox, this is a good thing, but this is what Xbox needs to do. Now that Xbox is competing in the PlayStation environment, it's not good enough for their games to just compete on the Xbox platform. Their games have to compete on the PlayStation platform, which means that those games have to be I would say, be viewed in a higher quality than they are.
It'll get 93s on PlayStation.
Sometimes they'll have to compete 3 to 6 months after the game's already released on Xbox, and that means the game's going to sell worse. Like it's just the whole thing. It's like I understand. I'm not. I do think that they'll get another shot. I don't think they're going to shut down machine games, but I don't blame people that's like, look, you're telling me this is how I support the Xbox ecosystem, how I make sure I get the sequels that I want. We did it, but it's your internal metrics and the way you want to do things that stop that, not me.
And the other thing, most people I know that they have PlayStations, they also have Xboxes, so they're going to play Indiana Jones on Game Pass. So when it comes to PlayStation, they're not another sale because they've already played it on Game Pass.
By the way, everybody here may not have seen that they did say that your Steam save for Indiana Jones, you can access it through your Xbox and vice versa.
See, that's the way that's the way that Sony should have done the Helldivers thing. It's optional. If you want crossplay, this is what you do in order to get it. You got to be in our systems, man.
Right, they're wearing helmets over there. They're banning it from fucking half the countries on the planet. It's like, what are you assholes doing?
A week after they paid for it. Thanks for the money. By the way, you're not going to have access to the game.
Can't play it anymore. Peace.
No, I mean it's just one of those things that like I can understand. Like one of the problems. I'm not saying this is the only problem Xbox has, but one of the main issues is this. Like, you get behind these types of games, these smaller games that you want to support, and just for Xbox to do, next thing you know is closing it or they're removing it from Game Pass, and you're like, what the hell? I did exactly what you told me to do. So
you're driving
Indiana Jones also isn't exactly what do you call it? What the hell's the fucking Hi-Fi? Like Hi-Fi Rush and Indiana Jones are not.
I mean, we're talking about apples and oranges here, but what I'm
we're
trying to
talking
say
about the concept. If you deliver a good game, should you get punished, or maybe not? Maybe punished is too harsh of a term,
right? But these are all things that are
not getting other opportunity.
Entirely out of our control. Because just because the game was good doesn't mean it sold. Doesn't mean it got people to Game Pass. These are things that are completely out of our control.
It might be out of our control, but we still have platforms. We can still get
right. And as much as I hated, the suits have fiduciary responsibilities, and if the shit ain't making money, shit ain't making money. Hypothetically, Paul.
I know, no, but and my thing is, I guess I don't think that even if they were to announce next week that for whatever reason they're laying off half of Machine Games, I'm not going to say, oh, you betrayed us now because this studio just did a great thing and now you're laying off half their team. I'm not that tied to Machine Games or Tango Gameworks.
I'll go ape shit.
I'm sure you. It doesn't take a lot to make you go ape shit, though. I've seen.
But I wouldn't consider like me being punished. Like if they shut a studio down, I don't feel like I was personally punished.
But here's the thing:
like,
you say that I'm not talking about us. I'm talking about them. Like what? Like one of the things that brings up morale is like we did our shit. We made a good game. We got shut down anyway. So why should we care? Like,
but listen. You can play a good game and still lose the Super Bowl.
But I mean, like you look at, for example, let's go on the other side of the pond. Like if you look at what was that, Days Gone, that was also in the same situation, right? It came out critically okay. It was like 70s and 80s.
It was commercially successful.
Yeah, but that was PlayStation's dumbass. They were like a 75 or whatever the fuck got. They were like a 70. Fuck that.
Exactly.
Make something else, motherfuckers. And everyone's like, yo, we want part 2. And they're like, nah, 78.
Weren't some of the stories because of how long it took for them to actually develop the game that they were like,
they released it and it was buggy. The game at release was buggy.
No, I'm talking about this the entire development process. I had to look into it, but I think that was one of the issues. Just like how long
it took to actually develop.
I'm sure it's an extremely long game, an extremely big game, and they were making mobile games and fucking little tiny things for a decade.
See, I would rather have 62 more of those games than another game of Death Stranding. Okay,
no,
I can't walk in real life. Why the hell do I want to walk that long in a video game? Okay,
because you can walk in the distance, you have some song, you start to feel the emotion.
But PlayStation has a habit of just not giving people what they want. They know we want Days Gone 2, ain't gonna get it. They know we want a Bloodborne 60 frame patch, they ain't gonna give it to us. Like it doesn't matter what we want.
They're not. I saw on the internet that on the date later this month that we're gonna get this big old gigantic Days Gone announcement. But whatever.
Okay, just like the secret showcase every month that fucking is just a ghost, it's a phantom that doesn't exist.
I think the biggest thing too is we gotta address that in the room. They have a habit of speaking too much sometimes.
Yeah,
it's kind of hard to sit there and not go in when like Aaron Greenberg comes out on Twitter and says this game was a massive success. We're happy with it. But if you was happy with it, you wouldn't have shut down the studio.
You say it's good. Just like 3 months later, we're closing the store.
I always say that them and PlayStation are polar opposites, and both are absolute trash. Like Xbox always say way too damn much, and then PlayStation is like, yo, can we get a roadmap? Like even a small roadmap? Like a map down the street to get something.
The PlayStation fans like, can I know what I'm eating for lunch?
I was just gonna say, I'm sure it's some type of PR, this PR push, because it's like what happened with what was that damn game that just came out from Ubisoft? Defiant. Like the bro was like, no, we're not shutting down. And a month later, we're shutting down.
Exactly.
Like you hop in the bed of it for it.
That's what tells me that it didn't have anything to do with the game. I mean. With Xbox being, listen, if Xbox is as transparent as we say they are, then they've got everybody boasting about Hi-Fi Rush
when it's convenient,
and then then the studio gets shut down. That leads me to believe it's something. Xbox is not one to air their dirty laundry, especially if it's ethics. If it's ethically a reason why it was shut down, then they're not gonna do that. They're not gonna slander people or talk shit about them. So I don't think it had anything to do with the game. I think it was something internal. The game was a critical success and it was a monetary success, but they said I think something happened in the studio.
Right. It could have been something as simple as like the shift and the change. Because they did say that the problem too is like when Game Pass first originated, they said they could take more risks on smaller projects because of the revenue that Game Pass brought in. But then we can't get a Banjo-Kazooie. The company is shifting too much in what they want in their infrastructure. I think that's the biggest culprit. Like Phil Spencer and Aaron Greenberg could come out and say whatever they want. They're probably telling the truth, but the problem is the company ain't telling the truth anymore.
But the ABK deal barely finished. It barely just got done. They're still in a very, very large transitional period, and shit's going to be shaky, and things are going to be falling apart for the next couple of years until they get everything kind of situated. Like it's not going to be like, oh, ABK's done, bam, everything's good to go.
Yeah, it's a $70 billion purchase. Yeah, it's like
Xbox has never been in the habit of shutting down studios. We all have the layoffs and stuff, but is that actually shutting the doors on a studio? I'm sorry to say it, that's more of a Sony thing than it is an Xbox thing.
No, Xbox has had their fair share.
No, Xbox has done their share.
I'm sorry. Was it Lionhead? There was some other.
Yeah, they are no stranger to shutting down whole studios.
No, but what it used to be when some of that happened was you would then find out that these bunch of people from this studio that just got shut down, they're moving over here and they're moving over here, and so now we're not getting a lot of that. Some of this shutting down now that's going on, like with the layoffs we just saw over the last couple of weeks, is still it's the post-COVID adjustment. It's the they brought in all these people. When video games were hot and heavy, well, now things are getting back down to normal.
Well, speaking of things closing down, what do y'all think about this whole Defiant thing, guys? I think that like Defiant was also in a similar situation. The game was a decent game. It wasn't that it was like a trash game.
Talking about that, so that's what I thought KY was talking about.
Yeah, that's what. Like, so like what like okay, so I think this closing down speaks more volumes about Ubisoft's position right about now financially than it does about Defiant and the developer. I think Ubisoft is in more financial trouble than they're letting on to believe.
Well, they've had some real clunkers over the last year. They are hurting. They are not doing well in many different levels.
And I'm happy because they deserve it. Because like we've been asking them for fucking Splinter Cell for years.
Okay,
goes on deaf ears.
So they deserve it because you're not getting what you want.
Well, shit, we've been asking them for God knows every year.
No, they're not giving
I don't like it when you sound selfish like that. That it's all about what you want.
Like Valhalla was a bloated fucking mess. Okay, that was almost like
a lot of us really enjoyed Valhalla.
Well, here's the thing. It's not him saying. He's not the market decided that. He's not alone. The market decided we're done with your games. We're tired of your games.
Well, it's the same fucking game. over and over again. Go to a fucking high tower, scan the fucking environment, look at all the
Hold
things.
on,
go to the
that's
fucking
a bit
shit.
disingenuous because
Yeah,
when it came
yeah.
to Assassin's Creed, which one? The one in fucking Egypt, there was a departure. Yeah, there were still towers, but that was a huge departure from the Assassin's Creed formula. And there's only been 3 games with that formula. 3. Now they were
Egypt,
fucking massive.
Odyssey, and what you call it, and Valhalla.
No, the one that took place in Greece.
That was Odyssey.
That was Odyssey.
That was Odyssey.
That was
And then
Odyssey.
you got Origins, Odyssey, and Valhalla. So as I said, 3.
Yeah, they're
3 of them.
most recent 3 though. Those are the most
Right,
recent.
Okay.
Not
but
including that one that they had as an
my
off.
point is that you're making it sound like it's been the same thing for the last 20 years. The last 3 games are very, very different.
What he's saying is once they find something that they feel generalizes and they're able to like really monetize it, they just push the copy and paste button like 2 of these.
Oh, 100%. That's criticisms we all have with the here's your map.
When we say
Ubisoft formula, we all know what Ubisoft formula means, right? So we all have that criticism.
The problem though is that Ubisoft formula spread across multiple games. Like that's
It's
not Assassin's Creed, but like
that formula spreading across.
Yeah,
whole,
and I don't think it's because of the
Avatar.
I think look, Black Flag was or not Black Flag, but the pirate one they just recently did that I actually kind of
pirate ship simulator.
Yeah, damn, what was
which was actually pretty cool. I mean, but still, it
Skull
didn't
and
do
Bones.
it.
Here's the thing when it comes to Ubisoft. Like, I actually like Ubisoft. In content creation, Ubisoft's one of the only companies that you can actually criticize and you don't have to fear the wrath of God to criticize. they're very open.
They're not
sure they might not listen to anything you say, but they're not going to punish you for it.
Right.
I want Ubisoft to generally be better. That Phoenix Rising game, I don't know why they canceled that sequel. That
game was so fucking good.
It's little things like that. It's like instead of building foundations, you just tear them down because it's not big enough of a building.
What surprised me is the fact that Skull and Bones is still going. I mean, maybe that's doing better than X Defiant.
Legal matter.
Legal matter. Okay, because I was like X Defiant. I don't know. I could see that doing better long term, but
they took a country's money. And the country was pulling up like, where's that game? Like,
okay, there we go. Never mind. But no, it's just like again, as we were saying earlier, when you're going into these live service games, like you really have to understand you're in it for the long haul. If you're not making a huge splash, it's kind of like when a lot of games were going that looter shooter route after Destiny has failed and succeeded, and now it's failed again, trying to go back.
We're seeing a lot of instances where these games, it's only 3 months, and they're like, didn't make enough money. Shut it down.
Like you got to know.
Well, and there's things like that thing with like X Defiant. He's saying, well, it came out did pretty well, but we don't know what their day-to-day numbers are now. Does it pay for itself now? It does. Is it worth it for them to keep it up now? We really don't know, because none of the companies, we can look at Steam and see how many are playing on Steam for whatever game it is, give or take. But it's not like we know that, okay, they're still drawing in 500,000 players or they're only drawing in 20,000. And what's their bottom line for how many they can draw in, still consider it worth their while to continue to do bug fixes and put content into these games as they go. Because all that costs money and time.
I got something pop up. I have to take off. I appreciate the invite.
Oh, you're leaving? I'm sorry. I had to go and handle.
No, you're fine. I just had something that popped up.
Okay, well, appreciated you stopping by, Attic. I mean, we've been trying to get you on for like the longest time, man. But
I'm gonna be on next week, the whole show. I when you sent me the link this week, I said, well, I could jump on for a couple minutes before I might because me and my brother are doing something for his birthday. But next week I'll be on the whole show.
Next week we'll be celebrating my birthday, so warm up your pipes there, Attic. I expect
next week is his birthday.
I'm buy 150 candles.
Yeah, we're gonna do a birthday stream for Cerebral. We're gonna do a 24-hour birthday stream.
My birthday's on the 17th. So.
Oh, mine's the next day, dude. So yeah,
we got to do a huge birthday stream for both of you guys, and we'll do a birthday stream, a wasted word birthday stream.
Have a good day.
Yeah, you have a good night, Attic.
Yeah, we're gonna have to do something like we'll have to rip off the nog, and we're gonna make sure everyone gets eggnog, and we're gonna get some bourbon, and I
still have that whole bottle of eggnog you sent me like last year. I haven't touched it.
You still do?
Is it?
I haven't touched it.
You didn't open it. If you opened it, don't drink it.
I haven't touched it.
Don't drink it if you open it.
It's gonna be curdled.
Evan Williams makes a nice eggnog.
Who?
Evan Williams.
Yep. I need to order some, and I need to order some Fireball because I like Fireball and eggnog. It's a good mix.
Fireball.
Eggnog.
Eggnog. It's
Actually,
that cinnamon.
Goldschlager and eggnog is also really good because Goldschlager has a really strong cinnamon taste to it more than even Fireball, and so it tastes really good with eggnog.
You got to Goldschlager and Jaeger bomb to make a Starry Night. Those are dope.
Oh my God, I gotta try that. Yeah,
it
looks so cool. The gold flakes just fucking floating in the Jaeger bomb. It's so, or in the Jägermeister. I mean, it's really good.
Yeah, Jaeger is also, of course, the best. I mean, I'm sorry to say, but all right. So Ubisoft. Oh yeah. So my thing is this. All right, like
we're done with that topic. We finished it while you were whacking off in the other room. So.
Well, when the wife is in need, you know, you do what you do.
We finished the croissants, so we can move on.
I know, seriously, like all bullshit aside. Okay, I have no sympathy for Ubisoft. Okay, I'm sorry to say.
They spinning your coffee.
I'm like, you know, I'm sorry. Like, okay, they spent God knows how much in that fucking disaster.
I have no sympathy for any of these companies. Like they could be listening to their base or listening to their consumers, and instead some suits someplace that makes these decisions that are completely not what their consumers clearly want, and then they're like, oh, that game didn't sell well, and we're like, well, no shit, we didn't ask you for that. We've been asking for all this other shit, and you're not giving it to us.
Where's the fucking Splinter Cell? That's all.
Okay, what's funny to me is you say that, where's the Splinter Cell? At the same breath, you say Indiana Jones isn't going to do well because it doesn't attract today's audience. You think Splinter Cell is going to attract today's audience?
Well, let's put it this way: Indiana Jones is more of a geriatric brand than Splinter Cell is. Let's
no,
put
it's
it that
not.
way.
No, not to the kids.
Indiana Jones is something
go
that
right
older
now. Go
people
step in the other room.
watch.
Right now, go in the other room. Ask your kid if he has any idea who Sam Fisher is.
Of the two IP, which one, not including this last game, of the two IP, which one most recently had a major product? It's Indiana Jones.
Of course, it had Indiana Jones. Of course, it's the most. Okay, so it is more recognized in the lexicon.
It's more recognized globally. It's fucking Indiana Jones.
It's fucking Indiana Jones, but like for the new generation, isn't it more geriatric brand? Like, okay, yeah, that's something my dad watches or something.
I guarantee your kid has no idea who.
Oh, hold on. So what you're going? Time out. So what you're saying is the next James Bond film is not going to sell any tickets because James Bond has been around since the fucking 60s.
No, I didn't say that. I did not say.
That's kind of what it sounded like you were saying. Indiana Jones is old. That's all I heard.
Okay, so if you're comparing a Sam Fisher, somebody who they don't really know about,
are we starting the same damn argument that we had last week over again? Why?
No, I mean, okay. So you're telling me that Sam Fisher would not be as well recognized as Indiana Jones?
No, definitely would not be. No, dude,
no, not even in
how many? I think the question too is like how many stealth games these are like successful. I don't even know the last big.
How many stealth games are out there these days?
Exactly. I mean, like there you go. That kind of.
The big issue I see when it comes to this whole industry is that we, for many years, had all these quirky games that were their own thing when the industry was much smaller and games were much cheaper to develop. And now we're at this place where the budgets have ballooned so outrageously. And at the same time, all the gamers have kind of not, they kind of gone to racing games and first-person shooters. And they're all kind of now collected in these areas. So your quirky games that could have worked 15 years ago, they won't sell shit anymore.
By the way, as far as recent stealth games, Plague's Tale would fall under that category, and Plague's Tale did incredibly well, and it's a great game.
You say that, okay, and I agree. I'll stand by what you said. Okay, Plague's Tale being a stealth type game, I just don't know. I think that, okay, if you are catering towards an audience, then you should sort of have your ears to what the audience is looking for. If the audience is telling you that they're tired of something, then maybe you should get a clue in and say, hey, maybe they're tired of it.
At the same time, real quick, I'm sorry to cut you off. At the same time, and I'm going to sound like a little bit of a hypocrite here. At the same time, yeah, we say we want this, we want this, we want this, and then there are plenty of times where they give us what we asked for, and then nobody fucking buys it. They're like, what the fuck, guys? You asked for the shit, you made it.
Hi, PlayStation players, we're talking
buy it. I bought the games, right? But like, where the fuck are these other guys? And that's happened a lot where they make a game that supposedly everyone wants, a popular IP, and then it doesn't get supported. And they're like, well, what the fuck? Like, this is what you guys supposedly wanted. So like,
Okay, sorry, but guess who strolled in? My man Loke. How you doing, boss? How's life been treating you, man?
Is that Loke or fake Loke? I can never tell.
We don't
It's
know.
the real one.
That's the
Okay.
real one. It's the one from Texas, right? So there we go.
Well, because you have the thing up on the screen, I can't see his name on the
So look, just to catch you up, we are talking about the Ubisoft fiasco with X Defiant and everything, and I'm taking a pushback because I'm telling them that Ubisoft deserves everything. They made their bed, and they need to lie in it because of all the stuff that they have neglected from year on out. Like for example, they've got IPs. Okay, they got unrecognized or unrealized IPs. Stan Fisher is one of them with Splinter Cell. I think the Division also. I mean, I'm wondering why they've not made a Division 3. I think Division 2 did well for them.
Well, they had the
version
Heartland
of Rainbow Six that's old school style.
I would love that, dude. Like a Rainbow Six Vegas remake.
Or a Beyond Good and Evil too. Like I don't know what's going on. It's like, okay,
you're never gonna see that, dude. There's no way in hell.
I love Beyond Good and Evil.
And trust me, your kid has no idea what the fuck that is. Okay,
yeah, I know. They don't know what the fuck that is.
I mean, hardly anybody younger than me knows what
Hey,
the
Paul,
fuck
they
that
don't
is.
even know what. Paul, they don't even know what the real Rainbow Six Vegas style is either.
But like when you talk about like Assassin's Creed or famously,
But hold on, just real quick. I just looked it up real quick. The last Splinter Cell, which was Blacklist, it only sold 2 million copies, bro, and that's on multiple platforms. That's why we're not getting another Splinter Cell. Like everyone knows what it is.
It wasn't, and I hate to say it wasn't a good game. It was not a good game.
Blacklist was the worst of the whole series.
I like Blacklist, but whether
you like Blacklist,
I didn't mind it, but again, it's irrelevant. It didn't sell well. That's why we're not getting another Splinter Cell, even though everyone's like, make another Splinter Cell, and they're like, fuck you, you guys didn't buy the last one.
Yeah, but when was the last time they tested the waters on that?
These companies are fickle things, bro.
Yeah.
I mean,
you just said how much money. You just said how much money it costs to do a game, and then why didn't they test the waters? Because they don't want to blow $20 million on testing the waters.
Right.
But they want to release a fucking another Assassin's Creed clone where you go on top of a fucking tower.
As much as we bitch about the formula, as much as we bitch about these things, we're buying Assassin's Creed, right? Everyone's like, fuck that, another tower, another this. But people bought the game.
What it is with Assassin's Creed, for me anyway, it's more the story. Because they do their homework. They much like they did with Indiana Jones and they've done with other stuff. They tie it into actual real events and they give you background information on the area they're telling the story about.
Right. I like games where you can play and you actually learn real shit.
Okay, so you say you talk like learning new shit, but okay, I don't like being fucking pandered to. Okay, they made this whole.
I don't like being pandered to, but I want the games that I want to play.
No, I don't like being pandered to. Where here, okay. Oh, we've been asking you to make an Assassin's Creed in Japan. All right, fine. Here's your Assassin's Creed in Japan. Let's have you play an African American Japanese.
He was a samurai, so
he was not a samurai.
Well, okay,
you don't know.
Dude. He was an honorable person. He was honored.
He was an honorable person, but I don't want to play an African American samurai. No offense to my African American brothers out there.
Okay, but see, I
I'm out.
I'm sorry. When you say that, you sound so fucking racist, dude.
Okay, I know it sounds racist, but I want to play a samurai as a samurai.
Why not? If he was part of the history, he was a real person.
African American samurai.
He was.
I know nothing wrong with it, but I just feel like I'm playing an African American samurai because it's a cool
He was a real person. He was honored. He was presented with a sword. Fuck you. I mean, why not? That's their whole thing. That always has been their thing, representing history that you may not know.
Okay, all right, fine. Okay,
we do have a female.
We
have a female ninja.
Not wanting to play a black samurai is not racist. All right.
No, but when that's the only reason that you don't want to play the game.
Hold on.
When you have a person that lives in Alabama that says that, come on.
No, if I was playing,
guys, let Loke finish.
That's the problem. We shouldn't be looking at who is saying what. We should be looking at the content of what is being said. Dude, it's the whole Martin Luther King speech, bruv. We want to live in a world where you said the truth. It doesn't matter if you're short, tall, live in Alabama, live in Mozambique. It doesn't matter. Did you just say the truth? That's all that matters. And in my opinion,
know what Alabama is.
But I don't think I'm playing an African American samurai to hear his story. I think I'm playing an African American samurai because I think I'm being.
And the thing is,
I wouldn't want to play a white player. I wouldn't want to play a white player in the first motherfucking Assassin's Creed game set in Africa. I
don't want to do that either. I don't want to play a white player in Africa.
What are we doing?
Look at it as, people look at it as like, oh, they don't want to play the characters because he's black, and it's like, no, they don't want to play the character because he's not Japanese.
Thank you.
It's not
that's what my point is.
It's just like if Jin Sakai was Italian, I'd be like, why am I playing as this fucking Italian guy in Japan?
Would still be bothered.
That's fair.
No. That's fair. And I'm half Italian. I still be like, I agree
with you guys are saying.
No, if it's got a story to tell, it shouldn't. You just said it shouldn't matter the color. But if they've got a story to tell, why not tell it?
If it makes sense. No, if it makes sense, I completely agree. And I think when this news first came out, the position I was mostly on is like if like the players that are in Japan in the area who had issues with the character being black and not being Japanese, as Lot was saying, or someone was saying, it's not because he's black. It's like it's because he's not Japanese. But again, as you're saying, Paul, like if the story makes sense and it feels like it's done justice, then that isn't as much of an issue. Plus, you have the secondary character who is Japanese. And
okay, I understand what you're saying, but look at it from a perspective, from an outside. Nobody's played this game. Okay, for what we know, nobody knows about the story. Nobody knows anything. All we know is we're getting an Assassin's Creed in Japan as we've asked for, but unfortunately the samurai that we're playing is not technically a Japanese samurai. He's an African American samurai. We had an African samurai who used to be an African.
Don't say African American. Don't stop
you know what I'm trying to say. African
samurai.
Another
thing is that Neo had who was it? Williams. I don't think anyone had issues with Williams. He was a white guy in Japan.
Let me tell you something. Triple. Let me tell you something very funny. No one gives a fuck about Neo. Assassin's Creed is one of the biggest gaming franchises on the planet. Period. Not the biggest RPG, not the biggest action. No. Assassin's Creed.
No. Because it sounds like it sounds. It's
number one. So it matters when they finally go to Japan.
So, okay, no, I mean, like, that's fair, but again, it's like you're arguing it's not the premise, it's the size of the game that's developing it or doing this push, and that's when it matters. Not the concept of not having a character whose race is in the game, it's the size of the game that determines whether it's important or not.
Reach
saying.
matters.
No,
so, no, I know.
Finish my point. You asked me a question, so let me finish. Let me finish my response. It matters when LeBron James rocks up to the Diddy party. It matters. There's other NBA players that were pictured with Diddy, but ain't nobody talking or asking them like, guys, why aren't you guys saying anything about the Diddy stuff? People are only asking LeBron, bro, what's up? They're only asking him. There's no other NBA player
I get that, but
that's being questioned. So if we're going to sit here and pretend like context doesn't matter,
no, it does. But at the same time, it's like you're lacking consistency on what you're speaking on. That's in the base specific. I get what you're saying in other contexts, but in this one specifically, it's kind of like you're picking and choosing when it matters, when it doesn't, in a gaming perspective and a historic perspective. On one hand, I mean, you could. For someone to say you could argue with Neo since it's not really trying to be 100% accurate to lore, then that's one thing. But in Assassin's Creed, if you want to go that approach, then I understand. But if you're saying as a game,
it's really hard for me to look at the new Assassin's Creed and not see it as checking boxes, regardless of the reason why. I don't know why they chose that era of Japan, why they chose those characters, but it does look like checking boxes. And when that shit happens, I'm like, man.
With what's his name? The black
and triple about the whole reach thing. Another good example is Stellar Blade. Stellar Blade got a whole lot of people up in their feelings. A whole lot.
What
Even
about
people from
Stellar Blade?
IGN.
I don't know. Specify what is it about Stellar
Oh,
Blade?
because the way she's dressed.
Yeah, because
no,
the
the
sexiness of the character.
Yeah,
But you're gonna sit there and tell me that that was the first one? No, dude. There was a whole bunch of games that were even raunchier than Stellar Blade that have come out before.
Rewind, because I'm trying to understand what was your basis of Stellar Blade.
I'm trying to talk about reach. I'm trying to talk about reach.
Just to support what you're saying. To Loke, I mean, you're talking about more.
But the issue with the reach part is like Stellar Blade is like the first game from a developer that was just doing mobile games. So if anything, they have the smallest amount of
but they're making a big. No, what he's trying to say is they're making a big deal. No. What he's saying is that they're making a big deal about the character in Stellar Blade when you have Bayonetta doing the same thing. In fact, worse because her
Bayonetta has a larger reach, but it's kind of like going in the opposite direction because Bayonetta has a larger reach, but then Stellar Blade being maybe because it was a Sony game or something like that.
I actually didn't have a fetish about black leather until I played Bayonetta.
Forget about franchise reach. I'm talking about actual reach, like in social media and trending lists and whatever. Bayonetta, unfortunately, right? She has a great legacy and all this stuff. Bayonetta did not do Stellar Blade numbers in terms of tongues wagging. That didn't happen.
Yeah, because Bayonetta was on the Nintendo platform, and Nintendo was normally noticed as kiddie.
I'm not trying to get into
why.
I'm not trying to get into why one had more people talking and why the other one didn't. I'm talking about the fact that the reason that one had more influence than the other is that people were talking. People were talking about this specific thing. Don't nobody care about Neo, bro. Neo had a sequel. And there's a whole, I would venture to say that more than 50% of gamers don't even know about the existence of the Neo franchise.
And honestly,
but
at the
I
same
would
time,
say the opposite
Neo,
is true. That more than 50% of gamers know what Assassin's Creed is.
If you look at Neo, also, if you're not paying attention, like he just looks like a samurai. He just looks like a regular Japanese samurai kind of.
Make it have sense. Okay, it's like having South of Midnight and having the main character in South of Midnight be an Oriental person.
So you say make it no. So you make it make sense, but as Paul was saying, Assassin's Creed has been a game that goes through history and pull out historical characters and put them in the world.
I feel I'm playing this
and
character
all the
only
protagonists,
because
every
he's
single
black.
protagonist, triple. Go and check. All the protagonists are native.
Yeah.
Yeah, but hold on, rewind. Do they have to follow the same premise every single time, or is the
look? Let me finish. They chose that setting, right? They chose that country, then chose to make the main character not of that country.
What's the reason for the story?
Well, hang on. Maybe when they were doing their research. Maybe when they were doing the research, what story should we tell? They ran across this and said honestly said this might make an interesting story.
Yeah,
100%. Or maybe they said, well, we got a girl check, we got a black guy check. We don't know
exactly. We don't know what decision it was. But I'm leaning more towards what Supa is saying.
But you're assuming that it's because they're doing this quote checklist shit.
And you're assuming it's not.
No, I'm not. I'm not that driving behind it.
No.
I'm just saying.
There are many, like I said, there are many of us that we just wanted an Assassin's Creed game in Japan where we play as a Japanese person. It has nothing to do with that he's black, like I said before, it's that he's not Japanese. And I know, me personally, I'm not going to speak for everybody. Me personally, that's what I wanted. So I'm not getting what I really wanted. And I know a lot of the people complaining because of that, not because he's black.
Now, did they specify if, at least between the two characters, are you going to alternate between the two? Or can you choose to only play as one?
I'm pretty sure you're alternate based on the story is what I'm going to assume.
I think from what I can tell, the story is going to have you bouncing between the two.
Okay, I mean, you still have the Japanese character, the girl, but it's going to be problematic because.
And listen, I'm going to play it. I'm going to play it, and the game, for all I know, could be fucking awesome, right? It could be an amazing.
So I get that. So what I'm getting is that you got both. You have a native Japanese character, and you have a black character who is from actual Japanese history. So you have both.
Okay,
so what's
interesting is in the other Assassin's. Let me finish real quick. In the other Assassin's Creed games, those characters, your main character that you played, that person was made up. There was no Ezio. There was no whoever the others are.
So, but hold on.
They traveled through history. They were more like Forrest Gump than.
For Super, walk it back for me real quick. Did you say it was because hold on, when I say you had the ability to play as a native Japanese character, but she's a girl, is that problematic too, or?
No, it's not. It's not problematic. But it's like, at least you got a Japanese person. It's like, yeah. Well,
no, because that's the problem though. We're saying there's no we want a Japanese focused character, and like you have that.
Okay, so what's the problem with playing Japanese?
Hang on.
Right. Hold on.
I want to adjust the chat. I want to adjust the chat.
There's no problem. But I'm saying
pause. Paul, go ahead.
I want to adjust the chat to assume that it's insane that you're not assuming that they had this big old gigantic because of current events. No, to have that be your default and that's the only way you're going to go. That's insane because we don't know. I don't know. You don't know. You cannot say for a fact that that's the reason they did what they did because
I'll be full.
Hang on. Let me finish. This game has not only been in development for the last 3 years. Okay. This game I can guarantee you the story writing part is one of the first parts to take place. And that goes early into development.
Okay.
So that's...
Okay, but let me say this. It's not the fact that I have a problem because he's a black guy. Let me say this. It's not because I'm getting up a problem he's an African American. I'd have the same problem if he was an Indian guy.
American. He's not an African American.
I understand. No, I understand.
Like even if he was a fucking Indian guy, I'll be like, what the fuck is an Indian guy? Why am I playing an Indian samurai?
Listen. I get what you're saying. You have the Japanese female character to play as.
Right.
So you're getting that Japanese character alongside him.
Why am I not? Okay, so why am I not getting a Japanese male character?
So it has to be male now.
Yeah. Well, like, why not? I mean, the majority of gamers are male. Why not?
We went from it has to be a Japanese character, what you have in the female.
Okay, I'm gonna draw a line in the sand. Okay, call me racist, call me sexist, call me whatever you want to call me. What is wrong with putting a standard Japanese male there?
No.
Why are you saying? Why what do you mean? Why is it wrong? Why is it? Why is
nothing wrong? This is the story they're trying to tell.
Yeah,
but you're acting like it's all. They want to tell because they want to.
We don't know.
You don't know that that's why.
Last week,
what did I just say? What did I just say? The story writing aspects of the game were the first part's done. The early in development before they ever touch, pen to, when they touch pen to paper. Okay, they sit there in a room and they go, "What do we want to do?" You're acting like they made all these decisions based on what's occurring over the last couple of years. I can guarantee you it started a lot before that.
A very long time ago. I mean, it goes back to the question or the conversation we had in the last show. How long until we just have a black character in the game and we don't have to ask questions? Until we say, is it because of DEI focused stuff? Is
I don't have any problems with Forspoken. I have no problems with South Midnight.
Yeah.
But then when we go to Assassin's Creed, I get what you're saying. It's in a Japanese setting, but at the same time, we have a Japanese female. And we have a character. If they pulled like a black guy out of nowhere and say he's in Japan now, okay, we got questions because there was no black guy in Japan. But this is a character based on.
Oh, she's Japanese, but she's female. Check. And here's a male, but he's black.
How am I saying
how much of that is in your head? How much of that is because that's in your head, not because that's what they were thinking?
Absolutely. It could 100% be in my head, or it could be 100% what they were doing because they've been doing it across entertainment for the last 8 years.
My question is, why is it when we have a Japanese male, we don't have to ask, or just a male character, we don't have to ask, are their checkboxes being checked? But when it's a female or colored person, I'm not saying anything negative.
I 100% get what you're saying, right? Because just because the character is female doesn't mean it was DEI. Just because the character happens to be black doesn't mean it's DEI. I 100% get it. But at the same time, are we just going to pretend like DEI checking boxes has not been a thing for right? So all I'm saying is, so why is it my fault that when I see something that looks like the thing they've been doing for 8 years, I say it kind of looks like that thing they've been doing for 8 years, and then it's my fault.
Recency bias is what it feels like. But I mean, it's just again, I just have to ask, unless we're in the writing room, we're just going to constantly analyze, and it's like, do we need to? Again, it's a character.
So Triple, do you want to care to answer Lesser Logic's comment here?
They picked one of the 3 black men that existed in the time period out of
you're so
but no. Let me. So to answer his question again, yes, they did. But again, I know, as Luke said, Neo isn't popular, but Neo took him as well. Like, he is a character in history that other games have used before. Now Assassin's Creed is doing the same thing.
But
So it's
don't
not
you see
like
there's something fundamentally wrong with two games going to the same guy?
Why?
no. Why is it wrong?
Well,
No. You have a game who has gone through historical, like real historical events, and pull characters from that and put them into the game. So you're sticking to that consistency. Why did they choose
seems like you're
that?
trying to subvert expectations just to subvert expectations. That's all you're doing. You're trying to subvert expectations just to be saying, "Oh yeah, guess what? Oh, we're so progressive. We're subverting expectations."
No. Again, you have. I know Loke says not a lot of people were into Neo, blah blah blah. But again, you have Neo, who is a game that a lot of people didn't really know about, but they still say, "Hey, let's reference a black character." I have to make sure that was actually.
It is the same black character. Why do I need two
But
games
what I'm
referencing
saying-
the same African American?
So you have to. I think the question is
Let me ask you a question. Let
Let
me ask you a question. Let's say hypothetically, next Assassin's Creed is in Japan.
Yeah.
And again, there's two playable characters. One is a white guy, and the second one's African, female, and a lesbian. Are we just gonna say like it doesn't look like boxes being checked?
Characters or someone they just made up?
No, I'm talking about playable. Next one's an
No,
African.
I think, in my opinion, no. In my opinion, I do think that
dude.
matters. In my opinion, I do think it's matter. Are they real characters or are they made up characters? Because if they're made up, then I feel if they're made up characters.
Okay,
No. Let me
yes, it
finish.
does.
Let me explain. It does matter because then it feels like, oh, in order to check boxes, we're going to create a character.
Bro, Triple. What you're not understanding is they could literally. Okay, so they found a black person that really existed. Cool, great. They looked for one, checked the box, and then made up a second character that checks a box. Like I'm not saying that's what they did, but we can't also say that that's
not what
they
they didn't do.
I mean, they could have.
No, but I'm sorry, but
I could go through all of Africa's history and be like, okay, I found the one. I happen to find the one white Zulu warrior that existed in all of African history.
That was Williams. That was Williams.
It's going to be about the one white Zulu warrior,
So,
and then we'll make up a black.
let me ask you.
So what if you do? So what if you do? Find the one white guy that was made a Zulu warrior? So what? If he's got a story to tell and it's a good story, so what?
Okay, fine.
Again, all I'm saying is,
let me ask you
I don't see how it's my fault for seeing boxes being checked.
Let me ask you, why did they put Williams in Neo? Were they trying to appeal to a wiser audience? Did they think he would fit the story that they were trying to tell? Like, it was a white guy in Japan. It was a white guy in Japan that was speaking English in the game, and everyone else around was speaking Japanese.
Yeah,
so
but there's no reason for him to be there either. Like, why is there a white
the story they're trying to tell? What you mean no reason? Like, it's the story they were trying to tell.
You're acting like, and yes, Japanese culture by and large is primarily mostly Japanese, but there were outliers, and those to me, those outlying stories can be very interesting.
But you're talking about two games that went to the same freaking well.
All of it doesn't matter. Like I said, we're all going to play the game. Game could be awesome. I just hate this thing of like, we see patterns over years. And then when we see the pattern again, it's like, oh, you guys can't acknowledge that could possibly be the same pattern.
No, we're not saying it can't possibly be, but that's not the first place my mind goes either.
I'll say this.
Right. But it's the first place a lot of people's minds go. And then when their minds go there, they're attacked as if there's something wrong with them because their minds went there.
Because if that's the only reason that if that's your first thought to why this game is going to suck, then yeah, you do.
I never said it's going to suck. But
no, I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about Wize over here. It's assuming that the game is going to be bad.
I'm just saying, like, why am I playing an African guy playing?
Because you can go play Ghost of Tsushima. Shut up.
Don't play the damn game, Wize.
Why did they make fucking Tom Cruise the Last Samurai?
That's one thing. It doesn't make it. Okay, here's another thing. At the end of the day, when I get into the game is not going to. I'm going to be covered anyway, so I'm not going to see the guy to begin with. So it's not going to be. It's going to be a moot point whether the guy is an African American, Caucasian, or whatever.
But they're going to still probably tell parts of his story. Mm-hmm. See, and that's the part I find
it could have went with Nobunaga. Like, actually went with him. So, but even in Neo, like, play as Williams and you reference Nobunaga, he's actually a boss fight. But I just to close it out personally, like, I understand what you guys are saying, and for me, it just comes down to when the game comes out, does the story make sense, and does it feel like it was just forced in there just to force him in there to check some boxes? Same with the female Japanese character, because again,
like we get that point of we want a Japanese character to play in Japan. Here you go. But then some people, well, she's female. So I'm like, it feels like goalpost moving at some point. Like you're just moving the goalposts back and forth until you get exactly what you want. But if you're trying to leave it to the developers to craft the world and the story that you like, then like at some point you're not going to get exactly what you want.
Yeah, you'll have a problem with every game if that's the way it is.
And you know, and this is a problem they've had in movies too. They made fun of it in Men in Tights. That what's his name was the first Robin Hood to ever actually have an English accent.
I'm like other Robin Hoods. I actually have a British accent.
Even on the PlayStation side, right? We have Ellie in The Last of Us, who's a lesbian. Great, don't have a problem with it. Then we play Horizon Forbidden West, and all of a sudden, Aloy is now a lesbian, and it's like.
Well, we thought that much as well. So, like, you know, she had advances. No, that guy who was the king had made advances at her. Like, come on now. Like, come on, you're gonna
right. She was also busy trying to save the fucking world, so maybe she was just like, I don't got time for that shit right now. Who the hell knows?
Hey, man, you never when you're about to die, you don't know the last chance you get to
exactly. Whenever you're
I'm just saying, like with Ellie, I got no problem, but then when it happens with Aloy, I'm like, two. There's only like four PlayStation first-party games, and two of them are lesbians.
But again, why is that a problem?
It's
as
not
long
a problem.
As the game
I
is
just want to
good.
watch. I
like an anomaly.
You know what? I don't care.
You know that scene in Last of Us 2 where they were smoking weed and they were in their underwear? I wanted to see the rest of the fucking scene. They didn't have to be straight to black.
And who do we see top this? Abby with the he-she man titties.
I guess my question is like we had a long history of like back-to-back games with a white guy that's a center white male as the main protagonist, and we didn't question anything. No. I'm not saying it's a problem, but no one questioned it. But then when we have here's a lesbian, here's a lesbian, here's a lesbian, now we're questioning it. Here's a white guy, here's a white guy, here's a white guy. Everything's fine.
And some of what Wize has said, it's kind of sounded like, well, they need to do it right, and it needs to be a Japanese male because the Japanese female isn't enough. Because you basically did say that, dude.
I did not say that. I'm saying they gave me
go
a
back
choice
to the
of
tape.
An African male or a Japanese female. What about a Japanese male?
No. If you go back and listen, you actually did make it sound like what they did was wrong. That they need to.
My intentions. Okay, look, their game is their game. They make a game as to whatever is to the best of their ability, to what they feel is their artistic point. So, okay, I get that.
I will agree with Paul here because I did say, hey, we're getting a female character who is Japanese that checks the box of a native Japanese character in a Japan setting, and you're like, well, it has to be female. I mean, male. Yeah. You kind of did walk it back a bit. I'm just saying.
I don't know. Okay,
because it still feels like a box being checked. Listen. I know I'm an asshole. I get it, right? Huh. But there are lots of people that think the same way, and I don't know
that
how
doesn't make it. Just because lots of people think something doesn't make it right. Our recent election shows that.
But the point again is like I in my head I see it as they chose these people for these reasons, whether that's actually what happened or not. And the thing is, I don't know at what point or when we're going to get to a point where that's not a thing. Because before the last, I say 8 years, it didn't matter what the character was. No one saw it as, they picked it for
this. That's because primarily the character was a white male. Or a white female with big tits.
Lara Croft is a female.
No, white female with big tits. Yeah.
I see what you did there, goddamn. You got me. All right.
Hey, I like my big tits. I don't see what's wrong with big tits either. That's another thing.
But I mean, if you go back and look at all the females in video games, there's no way in hell they're doing battle in that outfit. Okay.
Yeah, but I mean, also for decades, females in video games are also designed to look attractive. Now they're all fucking ugly.
Look, we all played same as Aaron, and we always wondered where the fuck did her tits go when she more.
But nobody knew she was a chick until they beat the damn game.
Yeah. At first, I thought she was a hippie. You know, at first she took the helmet off, and she just had long hair. I thought she was just a hippie. I was like, I know. And when I beat it again, when she was in her bikini, that's when I figured out. I'm like, where the fuck does her tits go when she becomes a ball? You know, so there you go.
You're concerned about the tits instead of her whole body just shrinking up?
Yeah, I want to know what happened to those. Are some nice tits. I want to know what the fuck happened to those tits. Yeah. Those are nice tits. Those are probably, Sotheby's probably have insured those tits. Okay, so yeah, I want to know where those tits go because those tits have to be taken care of. I'm sorry,
man. No, that's fair, man.
All right. Let's go on to the next topic tonight. So yeah, Shawn Layton had an interview. It was so this week we're celebrating the 30th anniversary of PlayStation. It came out, I think, was it December the 4th or 3rd, 1994 in Japan. I think it was released in September of the following year in America, but this year on the 3rd they officially celebrated their 30th anniversary. They had a little clip, 2-minute clip on YouTube. Very good, actually 2-minute clip. Kind of brought tears to my eyes. It had cranberries. In it. Yeah, it was good. It was a really good one, and it was
in your head. I'm sorry.
No, it wasn't zombies.
It was dreams.
Yeah, it was dreams. It was, but it was really well done. I was gonna say I would put this ad as a close, not a close, but a second only to Mad World from
Gears of War.
Gears of War. Yeah. Yeah, that would probably be my number 2. This ad was my number 2. I mean, it just hit me in the feels.
Yeah, but there are different things though, because the Mad World was cool, but like this one, because it goes back to the whole history, and I've been playing games a whole lot. It made me feel a certain way.
It made you
and
feel
the
like
fucking end of that video has started all kinds of rumors. Big God, make it stop. You know?
Bloodborne. Oh, we're getting Bloodborne. Yeah, you see that post I made about
We're not getting a Bloodborne 2. We're not getting a Bloodborne nothing. Go play the original and shut the fuck up.
No, you're not
getting another one.
It was so bad. It got so bad.
No. When there was those rumors coming out that PlayStation is going to be buying, or Sony's going to be buying Kawada or Katakawa or whatever, like my Twitter feeds were buzzed. So does that mean they're going to make a Bloodborne remake? Are they going to remake Bloodborne now finally?
And who's going to make it? Because FromSoft is doing other shit. Bluepoint's doing an original IP. Who the fuck's going to make it?
Guys, guess who's in here today? Guess who's going? Oh my God! It's fucking Michael Jordan.
Oh shit!
Hey,
what up?
Guys, where have you been, man?
I'm going to Subway.
What up? What's good?
Where have you been? Where have you been?
Fucking working, bro.
Shit, you tired?
I'm about to hit the streets and party. This my new apparel. Y'all like that? Ooh.
You made it yourself?
I can't.
Yeah, I learned how to sew from your aunt that be sleeping in my basement, motherfucker.
Is that where she's been? She's been missing for 20 years.
A fucking radiator.
We've been wondering where the fuck she is. She's been missing for 10 years. You hit her? Good. Keep her.
Yeah, I got a handcuff to the fucking radiator.
It's good. At this point in time,
you're trying to make her spin straw into gold. You know that shit don't work, dude.
At this point in time, her life insurance is useless.
We still working on it.
At this point in time,
I'm thirsty. Shut up, bitch. Make me a sweater.
I gotta say an exclusive hi to somebody. Hi, KY. How you doing?
Oh, if you do have my aunt,
her life Dragon hops in here, and Bob's the only one over here dancing, fucking happy about it and shit. Everybody else is like, there's Dragon again.
Wait.
I'm dancing, man. You know I love you guys. I look forward to these fuckery Fridays.
Yeah. All right, so we were talking about the whole thing with
Lord, here we go.
Shawn Layton and 30th anniversary.
Shawn Layton.
Yeah, PlayStation and 30th anniversary. Did you get a chance to watch the little 2-minute reel that they had? It was done very well, and I really bought it.
I think it was awesome.
It had cranberries as the background music. It was really good, actually.
Sauce.
It still is not as good as Mad World, but it is a close second, in my opinion.
It's different targets or different goals and stuff.
Yeah, but you talk about how an ad hits you, and I remember Mad World, it just hit different. And to this day, even when that ad still comes on YouTube, it hits different. Same thing with this one. This one just hit different. And again, as Supa was saying, it was because it played off to your nostalgia. We lived through those eras, and so of course for us it means vastly much more than some 15-year-old watching it on the back end, so it was very well done.
Shit they saw was like, what is all this shit?
Man, fuck those kids who was finding a way out their father's nuts in those days. Fuck them. It's about us. Fuck that. About us.
But yeah, Layton was on, and he did an interview with I think it was a Bloomberg, and he was talking about a couple of things. And one thing that he said was, first of all, he said he addressed the fact of Sony bringing their exclusives to Xbox, and his answer to that was an answer that sort of pivoted off of his previous answer to another topic, in which the games, he said, are becoming way over bloated and way too expensive to make, especially the AAA games.
Yeah.
And it's just gotten to the point where they are like financially unsubstantiated. So his argument with Xbox is, why would the leading platform bring a game to a lesser platform? It's just not financially feasible for them to cater it down.
Okay.
So,
okay.
Yeah.
We're gonna stop this. We're gonna stop this.
Okay. This is what he said. This is what he was saying.
No,
Okay.
But you know, he has an opinion like we do.
Yeah, he does have his opinion, but so let's
Right.
just open it up to everybody. What do y'all think about that comment? And then we're going to go to this other comment.
Let them
about
stay
triple
out
Joes.
there by themselves and die alone if they want to.
No. We're gonna keep it real. That's some
No, I
fanboy
ain't
comment
gonna
right
keep
there.
it real because that was very disrespectful to people that
How?
are trying to help you.
How?
Never mind.
Listen.
I have my
Hold on.
own point of view. You have your own point of view.
Yeah, but what does PlayStation own Xbox gamers or Nintendo gamers or PC gamers or vice versa?
Mm-hmm.
I agree. What do they owe anybody?
Like if I haven't bought into the Nintendo ecosystem, I don't. Why do they don't owe me Mario on PlayStation?
Yeah. Well,
I didn't even get started yet, Lo. I like that
Yeah,
picture on your channel, by the way, TSWS. That shit was classic.
Let me
Go ahead, Paul.
Let me point out that Layton is not with Sony. He's with Tencent. He's with an investment firm now. So his priorities are shifting. That's where this point of view comes from. It's not coming from Sony or Xbox. It's coming from Tencent. We invest in these companies and we expect a return on our investment in a quick way. And we don't want to put out these big dollars to create these games because we want a bigger return on our investment. It has nothing to do with it has to do with where he's working now.
Okay. I can go with that, but I'm gonna say this. Let's keep it real here. Sony don't own nobody's shit. They got dedicated fans on their platform for 30 years. PS1 was one of the glory days, so was PS2. Let's keep it real here. PS3, they fell off. PS4, I thought it was okay. PS5 is trash. This generation is trash. Getting to the 30th anniversary, being able to boot up the old school screens. How many times y'all see me?
Yeah.
That meant more to me than fucking PS5. PS5 don't mean shit to me. It's a
I restarted my
PS4.
shit like 5 times. Didn't play a fucking thing on it. I just restarted the
Right. I was so excited when somebody posted that shit. The first thing I did when I got home is pop that motherfucker in.
Boot up that motherfucker.
Right.
All I know is that they better not fucking give us an update to remove it. I want that shit permanent.
But they are going to remove it. They are going to. They did say they're going to remove it.
Man.
Well, that fucking sucks. But
yes,
let me say this. Let me say this for the record. The PlayStation player today owes Sony some respect. And I'm gonna tell you why I'm saying this. Fuck the console war. Fuck our individual opinions. Let's talk facts. They've been putting out decent games, good games.
Yeah.
You motherfuckers ain't buying it.
Yeah.
So they don't owe nobody shit, but putting it on an x86 competing platform would help you financially because your core is not fucking buying your shit. So let's talk about the big picture here. They make big games to make big money. From the sales of these fucking games, these third-party deals, what game has worked out for Sony in the past 4 years? Exclusive. I'll wait.
Third party?
I'm talking about third and first. I'll wait.
Helldivers.
That shit dead. And I'm a Helldivers fan. That shit dead. PC carried that. PC carried that. Not fucking console people. Okay? Not consoles. Spider-Man struggled. The second part was awesome. How the fuck that struggle to sell?
Because it costed them $360 million to make.
No, but they didn't sell a lot. I'm talking about something selling. I'm talking about the community supporting.
You're only good, but you see, the problem with Sony is they think that, okay, if I invest X amount of dollars, I'm going to get X amount of sales. If I invest 2X amount of dollars, I'm going to get 2X amount of sales. And that's a false
name a business that spends a certain amount of money and don't fucking want a higher return. That goes from any type of investment. What I'm saying is the PlayStation Stellar Boobs, that game was fat. That's fantastic. Nobody bought it. Nobody bought it.
How many bought it? I think they sold what? Was it in 5 million at least?
1.5.
1.5. Okay, it was
right.
Slow. Oh, okay.
Right. It's low. It was like one. It was like one for 2 months, right? And then Rise of the Ronin looks like a PlayStation 4 game, but guess what? The game is good. That shit sold 1 million. Astrobot, which I said, motherfuckers are not Astrobot fans. They talk that bullshit, but how many people completed the fucking free shit? Nobody did. Very small percentage. Now, what I'm saying is, so I don't want Last of Us on Xbox. I buy it on PlayStation. I don't want God of War on Xbox. I buy it on PlayStation. What I'm saying is, with the statements that he's talking about, big games are going nowhere. These indie games are not fucking good as a AAA banger. We talk about acting, story, length of game. They do not compete. They are smaller titles, right? What is wrong with the PlayStation community is my fucking problem. They're giving you good games and you still not buying it. You go to Twitter and talk about the shit, but you don't purchase. You don't.
You're talking about
isn't it the same shit over on the Xbox side?
Yeah, like, well, what are you talking about when you talk about sales, Lemon? You're talking about you're talking about PlayStation fans not buying it, but on average, like their higher tentpole games sell around 10 million.
Right, but context matters.
No, they sell 10 million over 5 fucking years.
Okay, but then, like
sales. But listen to me.
But
30 million people are playing fucking Halo.
Right, but how many people bought it?
No,
they're still invested. They're invested in the ecosystem. They're still putting money.
Now, remember when Microsoft said we want attached player rate? Did you see the last fiscal report from Ubisoft? What they talked about? Did they talk about sales or how many people are playing this shit? They don't. Sales is not the shit no more. It's digital now. They need people to be playing these titles.
Okay, so you missed on this topic. Okay, you're saying that, right, and I agree with you. Okay, fine. Xbox wants me to basically access their content through an online, through basically a subscription service. Fine. But then why do they go back and complain when the sales are not what they want it to be, even though I supported the brand the way they wanted me to support it?
You only could be talking about Hi-Fi Rush.
Well, Hi-Fi Rush, and I'm actually worried about Indiana Jones in this regard too.
I don't know.
How the fuck you gonna be worried about some shit that technically is not out?
Yeah, there's nothing to indicate that game's going to have any issues or that Machine Games is like struggling.
Yeah,
I don't know where.
I don't
know. That's people throwing bullshit out there.
I'm not. No. I'm just going from precedents. Okay, you're looking from
precedents.
Precedents set on Twitter.
Right.
Xbox is not complaining about their sales.
Thank you.
They're going about fucking fanboys on Twitter saying that it's butchering sales. Xbox is not saying this.
I know.
Hold on. They just announced they got 500 million players. Let me explain. Let me give you some demographics here. Game Pass, PC, including the handhelds, right? Everybody's playing everywhere, right? You can play on your cell phone. You can play on your fucking tablets. They got these fucking stores now that you could play through your browsers. Microsoft is winning. They don't give a fuck about what everybody else talking about. They're winning by what they said. They just announced 500 million players across multiple platforms. Sony can't even say that.
Yeah, but is that concurrent or is that like lifetime amount of people?
No, that was concurrent. That was concurrent. You know why? They got NVIDIA Shadow Play. If you have an Xbox account, you sign in. You can fucking play your games over there on the go. It's a different ball game today. Nobody talks about fucking record sales. I'm selling 10 million. How many times did you stream my album? Biggest rapper on the planet, Eminem, bragged about 200 million streams. Did you hear what his album sold?
Okay,
Nobody talked about it.
Let me go back to this question.
Aren't they also complaining about making less money? All the artists.
But let me ask you guys this same question. Okay, you keep saying this over and over again. It's engagement counts,
It's a
engagement
fact.
counts, engagement counts. And
It's
okay,
fact.
maybe it might be numbers that I am not privy to, and maybe you might be able to enlighten me on this.
Oh, here you go again.
Yeah, I guess it is a relevant question.
We've
All
explained
you're
this
saying
to
is
you
all great
so
and well.
many
Hold on, let him
How
finish.
many-
Let him finish. Let him
What
finish.
it was the engagement count for Hi-Fi Rush, and what was the motivation behind that?
But okay, hang on. Let me throw in there though. See, Hi-Fi Rush was what, 2 years ago now?
Mm-hmm.
They have changed their market strategy in the last 2 years, dude. We know
But hold
that.
on.
We've seen
Hi-Fi
that.
Rush ain't no big AAA game either.
Well,
That
no,
was
but he,
some
well,
shit-
no,
That
what
was some
he's-
shit being made previously
I know.
by a small group that they technically didn't want anyway.
right.
They
But
did not want them.
let me tell you where he's coming from though, because he brought this up earlier. He's saying he's worried about it because they did this great game, they got all the lauds, and maybe didn't sell well. It was a small game, but then they turned on and shuttered the studio. So he's saying, what's going to stop them from doing the same thing to machine?
Okay.
That's where he's coming from. That's where
But
he's
see,
coming
no,
from.
no, but see, that's his perspective. That's not facts. Because
No,
guess
no, it's
what?
not facts.
Hold
I'm
on, hold on.
asking from
That's
a
that's
question
you
he's-
being a host and putting some bullshit out there so
I'm
we
not
can
putting bullshit.
respond.
I'm asking a
You
legitimate question.
dangling that motherfucking fishing pole. But
No,
guess
no,
what?
but I'm asking you the
hold on, Wise.
question.
Hold on, and I'm gonna give you the fucking answer about Hi-Fi Rush. The company that bought Tango Games, right? What's their name?
I
Somebody
don't
give me
remember
the fucking name. The one that bought
Was
fucking,
it Crafton? That's Crafton,
Yeah,
right?
Crafton.
okay,
Yeah, Crafton.
okay.
Current-
What the
current
fuck
Craft
did the
5000.
CEO? What did the CEO say about Hi-Fi Rush? Do y'all remember what he said?
I think at first he said that he's not making it anymore. Then
Oh,
that's
Just
oh,
relax.
But why he said he ain't making it?
Because
I don't
Xbox
remember.
owns the IP.
No, that ain't why, KY. He said because they gave them Hi-Fi Rush. You could have that shit. You know what he said? We're taking Tango games. They will be put into other studios to make other games. We will not be doing Hi-Fi Rush because it wasn't a successful game from the beginning. That came from the fucking new company. Let's not forget the demographic of what just happened. Let's not try to make it what we think it might be. Let's
so
talk
you're telling
the
me it
numbers.
didn't have an engagement count, a
No,
relevant
it did
engagement
not.
count.
No, it
Okay.
did not. No, it did not.
So-
It did a quick 1 million.
And
It did
the
a
market
quick 1
focus
million.
is switched, and the market
Right.
focus
And
is
they did a
shifted.
quick
What-
1 million, and that's a wrap. So they got a new company. The game ain't dead. The dude said, we are not doing that.
Can I add?
Remember when they first
The bottom line is, are we going to ask this question about every Xbox game?
Yeah,
now?
every
Yes,
game that comes out.
Because you're asking a
Exactly.
hypothetical about a
Because all the
game
fucking
at a
big games,
studio
you don't
with
fucking
no,
talk about
no
Forza.
indication that it's going to struggle, no indication that it's not
Exactly.
going to sell. So we're going to ask this about every goddamn
Come
studio.
on, man. What I'm saying
And
is,
as I said,
you need the digital support. Why did they lose 48% of fucking PlayStation Plus members? Why?
That they wasn't giving them the games.
Oh, facts. You know why I'm not
Oh,
subscribed to
geez.
none of the premier tier? Because they're fucking garbage. You barely got anything from PlayStation in there, and when you put it in there, why the fuck you taking out first party games?
I get to stream cloud on my portal.
so I one thing I want to add again,
And I don't even have my favorite game. Where the fuck is God of War in there?
the way they're handling their online service is weird. But another thing to add too is
I'll
that
play
I
Grizz.
get what you're coming from, Wise, but you got to look at the situation as a whole. Again, what was Tango performance prior to the acquisition, and what was Microsoft metrics or whatever they're going by in terms of, hey, we're spending so much damn money on these acquisitions. Someone's got to get cut regardless of performance. We just got to make cuts. So
Everybody
it's a lot of
buys
things that
them.
goes into it, and it's not just sales figures, unfortunately.
Right. Every time a company buys another company, there's always cuts.
Well, there's always redundancy, right? That
Right,
goes
right.
without saying.
And that's what kills me about people on the internet.
Tango was the small guy. I mean,
Mhm.
really,
Yes.
the bottom of the barrel.
Yes, they
It's like-
fucking at the bottom.
Tango, Alpha Dog. It's like a lot of a few of their other smaller studios were scrapped too, or consolidated,
Okay,
while
well,
their bigger hitters stayed.
But for ammunition, people say, "Oh, Hi-Fi Rush, it's amazing." Where the fuck was y'all at when y'all needed to play it?
I played it.
I played it.
Not y'all, to my community.
I mean,
Yeah,
I played the shit out of it too.
hmm,
What I'm saying is,
I tried.
we don't need us to play the game. We need
right.
the casuals to play the game. Nothing is wrong with the game, but when look at the content creators. Soon as they got picked up, right? Oh, Hi-Fi Rush is saved. That dude came out and killed all that shit. No, you're not getting that.
I remember that. Yeah,
you're not getting them. That was the content creators pushing the fucking narrative. The game is saved.
Yeah, we're gonna make it, but we're gonna call it lo-fi slow.
Right? Come on, man. You know what the fuck it is.
Let me go to you, Loke. Okay, so they said what they said about Layton's response to the previous stuff, but do you agree with what he says? He says that he doesn't see the point of PlayStation bringing their games, their first-party IPs to Xbox because Xbox is the lesser platform because there's lesser people to pander to, so it doesn't justify the development cost of porting it to Xbox. Do you agree?
I think that's a wild take, but I would need to see like numbers and spreadsheets of how much it costs to port a game to Xbox, and then the average of the return of games sold on Xbox. Because as someone that doesn't have access to these documents, that is an insane thing to say. I don't see a negative to selling your games to more people, even if Stellar Blade only sold 1.5 million on PlayStation, right? And then someone was to show you the numbers and be like, all right, if we port this to Xbox, we're only going to sell another 500,000 copies. Bro.
Yeah, leave that up there.
More money.
I'm a killer's guy.
More money is always better. More money is always. I don't understand that. That's why I would need to know how much it costs to port a game, because for me that makes no sense. Yes, there's less people on Xbox that will buy it, but there's still people that will buy it. I just want to make more money. That's my point.
Okay, listen to this. First of all, I'm gonna get to that comment in the chat. There is no big leap to invest to port from PC to PlayStation to Xbox once the consoles crossed over.
Aren't they all just AMD anyways, except for PC?
No,
obviously,
right. But the x86 architecture, there's no This is switch.
Small optimization, but it's not like
it's not what it used to be, where they had completely different system set up. Now, the person in the chat, shout out to you, Rich. I appreciate you, but I didn't listen to nobody, homeboy. That came from Sony. Sony put that report out. That didn't come from nobody. That came from Sony. Just keep that in mind. Sony reported the loss. Not no fucking podcaster, not nobody on Twitter. It was Sony.
You were saying,
trust me, I don't listen to.
And what was funny is there were people in the comments defending it, saying, see, Sony knows this is not a sustainable business practice.
Right.
So that's why.
Right.
But if Sony would have been okay if they'd have just offered as much with their top tier as Xbox offers, but they don't. So it failed.
Yeah. I think did he say anything about like day and date releases to PC at least? Because if he wants to say don't port.
I don't remember reading anything about day and date.
Sony came out in the early of the year after the success of Helldivers that they're looking more into doing day and date on PC. They said
online.
that.
For online.
For online games. For online games. Not single player games, for online games, which, like Loke said, there's money to be made, right? Remember, and I keep going back to this, back with the 360, Microsoft was trying to get 360 games and PC games to release simultaneously back then. But the architecture was too different from PC, so they both switched to x86 to make it financially easier and portability. You can make a game across multiple platforms now because of x86. Period. There is no high, oh my God, we got to spend 10 million to put it on Xbox. The only one that's behind is fucking Nintendo. They're behind. They don't have an x86 architecture. That's the only one where you port something to, it's going to take a little bit of tweaking and difference. But I'm pretty sure the next system is going to be x86 compatible.
we all agree that there's money on the table, right? But
yes, you don't leave money on the table.
But at the same time, Nintendo's not putting Mario on other platforms.
No,
Xbox isn't putting Halo on other platforms
yet.
Just because everyone is doing a dumb thing doesn't mean it's not a dumb thing. Just because everyone's doing a dumb thing doesn't mean it's not a dumb thing.
Right. That's a fact.
I think the only bit I want to say, and maybe I'm oversimplifying things because I'm not a developer, but I guess you could kind of liken it to why some developers skip Xbox entirely because of the cost it takes to do the porting, however much it costs. They just don't see about it. So what he's saying isn't wrong or anything like that. But again, as Luke is saying, unless we know the specific cost to do something like that, if it's cheaper to do it and there's money to be had, like, yeah, why not?
Well, don't forget that if they're going to bring it to Xbox, they can't just bring it to the X. They have to bring it to the S as well. So,
the S is more powerful than most people's PC anyway. So let's stop talking about that.
Don't start throwing out the S is not this big stranglehold that people are
damn sure ain't
trying to make it to be. No,
you know what's the stranglehold? You motherfuckers that got 1660 graphic cards and $250 graphic cards. Y'all the fucking problem.
Sorry.
Yeah, them 1080p cards. Let's just fucking keep it real here. Because if they can make a game for a 1660 graphic card, I don't want to hear about the fucking S.
Hey, leave my 1060 alone. He done his
yo, listen. I ain't talking about a 1060. A 1060 is better. I said a 1660. What I'm saying is, when you got
if my graphic card would any slower, it'd be an abacus over here. Okay.
Well, listen. If people really reel back their emotions. If they reel back their motherfucking emotions, let's just be real here. The only platform that has multiple fucking graphic cards and CPUs and memory schemes is PC. That is the hardest platform to get a game to work on. It's not fucking a dedicated console from anybody. The Switch is simple compared to doing a game on PC. Let's talk tech here. Let's talk tech.
It's always been the case because
always been the case.
They have to make it match all this different shit.
Right.
Different
Stop
cards,
listening.
Video cards. Yeah.
Stop listening to these fucking content creators who spewing you bullshit. They don't know tech. They talk tech. They don't understand it.
And I've been saying for years that as far as like putting multiplayer games on as many consoles as you can, in many areas as you can to get that, you want to do that because that's where the money's going to come in and continue to roll in. That's not a one-shot deal. So multiplayer games, absolutely. They should be wherever you... if you can play it sitting on your toilet, on your toaster, I don't give a shit, you know.
And I went and said on record 100 times, I don't think games like Indiana Jones, Spider-Man, Batman should be labeled or listed or connected to one platform because we all love these characters before these consoles existed, and we shouldn't have to choose a platform to play a game like Indiana Jones or Spider-Man or Batman that's dedicated to one console. That's forcing you to go buy those games to play it on a platform.
I'm going to be honest with you here. I've always collected comic books. I'm a big comic book fan.
Me too.
And Spider-Man going to only one platform, it kind of tarnished that IP. It really did.
Yes, it did.
Because it made it very, very polarizing when it came to gamers. Because half of us can't appreciate it. And that's...
Yep. And that sucks. Because that is a fan favorite. Outside of video games, that is a fan favorite type situation, right? And if you... like, I don't want to see Gears, Halo, and Forza on no other system but Xbox. That's Xbox identity. But I say the same thing for God of War. Now, I hate saying when people go, well, Xbox needs Final Fantasy VII. And I hate to say shit like this. Well, I got it. I don't give a fuck. But I'm not the person that they're aiming at, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's not fair. Final Fantasy started on fucking Nintendo. NES. That's where it started at. That's where it got its name from. That's where it got its success from. Right? Now, Square, they're fucking themselves by only putting it on PlayStation. They fuck themselves.
They're waking up though.
No. But when? You keep promising.
Well, no, I think
we're gonna bring it. We're gonna bring it.
But you see, this is the problem. I don't think it was Square's problem that they didn't bring it to Xbox. I think it was the bigger problem was Square's problem was that they weren't able to bring it to Nintendo. Because if you look at the game,
that's true too.
If you look at look at the demographic of the Nintendo gamer and those types of games that Square makes, they sort of fit that mold, that population.
Yeah, that's where it came from.
Right. So
Metal Gear Solid started on NES.
Right. So they couldn't bring it.
Luke's happy now because they mentioned Metal Gear Solid. Luke just woke up, got a Woody. He woke up.
I'm just saying. Listen,
I just got a stiffy right now.
A lot of us.
Luke said he got a stiffy.
A lot of us.
First time I've ever heard him talk like that. I'm impressed.
Have went through these generations, and we know the history of games. You got people that don't know where the fucking game started. They don't understand. Like GTA started on fucking PC. Rainbow Six started on PC. Call of Duty started on fucking PC.
Yep.
Ghost Recon came from PC. That was not console shit.
Same thing with Battlefield.
And Battlefield's another one. That is not. No, Bushido. I'm going to the club, motherfucker. I got my jewelry on and everything. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to see some hoes tonight, motherfucker. That's what I do on my days off. But what I'm saying is,
he's going to a P Diddy party.
Don't do that.
You look like the Viva Pinata in a P Diddy party. You like to get poked, motherfucker. Keep it up. But I'm just saying, I hate when
getting
people.
More action than you are, but go ahead.
Wow. I just hate when people. You know, I understand you may not want to agree with me, motherfucker, but I lived through this generation. I lived through these generations. I was around with Pong. I am vested in this shit. What he said, he just Lemon ain't doing shit. Fuck you, Vic.
Hey, listen,
I'm going out.
I'm going out. Every time Dragon walks into a club, there is one dedicated dude in every club that holds up a boombox that is playing "Stop, Drop, Shut 'em down."
No. That's one of my favorite rappers. You fucking right. Yo, listen, man. I'm going outside tonight. I'm about to start drinking.
You're gonna go fucking bark at the moon.
Listen, all I'm gonna say is, you just open. When I speak, I don't speak from a fan because I own everything. Most of us have got multiple consoles. You got a preferred platform. Everybody, it's like you got a favorite child out of 5. You got 5 kids, you got that favorite one kid. Don't fucking act like you don't. That's just bull. I got one kid because she's everything. But other than that, if I had multiple kids, I had to spread the love. But what I'm saying is, don't take what I'm saying for no console war shit. I'm just telling you what it is. We as gamers, if you want something to be successful, fucking support it. Don't go to Twitter and act like you buying it. Don't cap for something all day and then I post your gamer scores and your fucking record of gaming and you don't even play the shit you talk about. That's what's wrong with this community. It's more about capping and being somebody you're not compared to playing games. We are all gamers here, but we all older men that's been gaming for years. I think this new generation has a fucking problem.
Yeah.
They don't play shit, and they complain about everything.
I talk to the gamers that I work with and I work around on a daily basis, and they're not into any of the console warring that you see on social media.
Nope.
And half of them are on Xbox with Game Pass because they recognize that they get all these games with a monthly subscription. And when I bring up something, they're like, "Oh man, that came out." I was like, "Yeah, I didn't have to pay a penny for it because I got Game Pass."
Yo, listen, we're in a streaming situation, right? I'm in a minority situation when it comes to movies. I got all these streaming platforms, but I still buy hard copies of movies because I have, I'm a movie buff, theater room, all that shit. I'm a movie buff, but I know I'm the minority. You don't hear me saying, "Oh, y'all streaming movies, y'all fucking stupid. You should be buying them." That's not realistic. That's not realistic. These gaming services provide way more shit than we ever got. I remember motherfuckers was bragging about having GameFly accounts where you had to wait in the mail or get in the waiting list for a fucking game like Call of Duty. Oh, you got to wait 3 weeks before you can get a chance to rent it.
Yep.
Now you renting it through a fucking service. Remember when Sony was laughing at Game Pass? Don't they got 3 fucking tiers of services now? Don't they got 3 services? They was laughing at Xbox with Game Pass. Now everybody, Ubisoft jumped on, EA Play jumped on. They all want fucking services.
Okay.
Why? Because people are not buying games.
Lemon, there's a push. Doom said that Sony PlayStation Plus Extra Premium tier subscription lost 48.67% of their players in July 2024 compared to June. That was because of the price increase, but that was June to July for premium and extra, not PS Plus totally.
No, not PS. But listen, but Homeboy tried to act like I was listening to somebody. I said that report came from Sony, so I corrected him. I didn't say what tiers. I just said the report came from Sony because technically we all do homework here before we speak. A lot of people don't do homework. They just be talking. We did the homework. The shit come out and we talk about it. It's a topic. We talk about it. But don't fucking be mad at me because they lost 48%. Don't be mad at me because I said it.
But Sony did say, so he did say, Layton did say that the game AAA budget is unsustainable these days. The AAA model is just not feasibly financially viable anymore.
You say that shit when you're running out of money. That's what you say.
No.
It's not financially viable. I don't care. Argue with me if you want to. When you're running out of money,
I'm not going to argue. But it goes back to my point. He's saying that from somebody who now works for an investment firm.
Well, he was saying that there's no need for games to be 40, 50 plus hours. You could
he's saying that as a mouthpiece for Tencent.
Well, fuck him then. I'm saying that games don't need to be 40 hours long. Give me a nice 15 to 20 hour game. Maybe cut the budget by 20%. I'm happy with that. It doesn't have to be $400 million. It doesn't have to be 40 hours.
It's very hard for me to imagine, and I play plenty of these 100-hour games.
How many grown adults with full-time jobs were able to fucking play all of Assassin's Creed Valhalla?
No,
not me.
Not even Elden Ring.
I had a job at that point. I had a job then.
I haven't talked in like 30 minutes. Come on,
Direction, get your bars off. Get your bars off.
Look how many hours people put in Call of Duty. Look how many hours people put in Sea of Thieves. Look how many hours people put in Hades.
Right, but those people that put those hours in X-Men, they're not putting hours in anything else.
I know.
That's a fact.
I know.
No.
Why? Because they're not offering us anything else that can just make us go, yeah, I gotta play this.
No, hold on.
Back in the day, I used to go to the cyber cafes with all my buddies, and we played nothing but Counter-Strike Source. There was other shit there. All we did was play Counter-Strike Source.
That's right. That's what Counter-Strike works.
That's
with me it was EverQuest.
I'm done.
How was RuneScape? Tells me.
We put in co-op single players with our friends. More than I can even count. And they are missing that in a lot of these games. I'm done. Even in the new Call of Duty. I love playing.
No. I'm gonna give you a prime example, right? I was buying all these battle passes. Battlefield is one of my favorite games in the universe. But I got tired of buying these battle passes and not finishing them and losing my money, right? So now it's Halo and fucking Call of Duty. Hold on. Let me finish. I'm saying the point. What I'm saying is, what you're saying is it's 100% the truth, right? That's also right. But I'm saying for me, I had to stop buying battle passes for everything, like Fortnite, which I love Fortnite, but honestly, I'm Call of Duty and Halo. Constantly, right? And if I'm buying battle passes to get these rewards and these skins and these guns, and I work a lot, I cannot. I don't have right. So I could do like now. I'm running through Battlefield crazy, hardcore. I love it, and I'm on a new season of Halo. But there's only certain amount of fucking games that got that type of longevity that I can invest in and get 100% return.
But
so I have.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Is that because of the longevity, or is that because of the business model that Microsoft set a precedent on with Halo Infinite, that you don't lose the items?
That's the only game that does that.
Actually, no. That's what I was about to point out. That's what I was about to point out.
Yo, listen.
No, Marvel Rival does it now too. They said if you don't finish off your battle pass, you can still finish it later. You can.
I can still go into Battlefield 4 and play it and still earn shit. Unlock.
You can't do that with Battlefield 5.
Okay, you guys are talking about you guys are talking from a multiplayer's perspective. Let me talk to you from a single player's perspective. What I don't like is these bloated games where what they've done is they've taken so when you're playing these single player games, what makes a side quest a compelling side quest? Well, at the end of the quest, you get something that is valuable to you. But the problem these days is these single player games have become so over bloated. They're taking all the premium stuff that you would normally have found in a side quest and put it behind a fucking paywall. And now the side quest, whenever you do it, you got a fucking medicine bottle or a fucking, anti-poison
best, and they get a lot of flack. Huh? I'm gonna tell you who does it the best, and they get a lot of flack. Ubisoft with their Assassin's Creed series is not only very rewarding, they add story, gameplay, they open the map to vast areas, and they still get flack. Valhalla is a fucking beast. Assassin's Creed Origins was awesome.
Side quest though in those games, Lem, is the problem is when you get into the 30-hour-ish, all those side quests, they become the same side quest. It's retrieving the same thing you've already retrieved 20 times from the same chest in the same type of building.
Right.
And that's the problem. And like, why do we need that extra 10 hours then? Like I've already
we don't.
That's a choice you're making. That's a choice you're making.
But let me tell you this. Super. When I play
when it was co-op, it was more rewarding. When you gain something and then you tell your friend, "Look, I got this over here. Come on over here. You can get this too." And both
I'll tell you this much: if Ocarina of Time was made in this generation, I guarantee you the adult Link gameplay would be behind a DLC. I guarantee you that.
Why are we talking about Nintendo again? Where'd that come from?
Yeah, they all strip the game of the best shit, the coolest looking armors, the coolest looking skins, and that's the shit that goes in the battle pass. And you can get some shit in game, but it's like the dog shit, gayest looking designs.
I was just really talking about like with Assassin's Creed, like Origins, right? When you started it, of course you need Egyptian times. Then they brought the what's that demon name? The god that's the demon of the other one, man. He looks like a dog.
Anubis.
Anubis. When they did that Anubis expansion, that shit was a game by itself. That shit was fucking amazing. And like I said, Ubisoft gets a lot of flack, but they did the same shit with Valhalla, right? Then they did the Valhalla, basically the Ragnarok shit in there. That shit was awesome. But people, listen, that's a lot of time. And don't tell me you could play 4 or 5 games like that. Not if you got a job. If you home all day, you got time. Because I look at some people and be like, when the fuck do you work?
I found people that put 500 hours into that damn game.
I can't. It's like another game that's very well acclaimed that has 300-400 hours of gameplay is The Witcher 3.
Right.
Who the fuck has time to play The Witcher 3? And I love the game, but I really just try to do the main story.
And the Blood and Wine DLC is great, but it's so much game.
It's so much. Right. I don't have the time no more. Not like I used to.
But part of that is like how long do you expect it to take? Like I said, when EverQuest was first coming on, some other games after that, I had a full-time job. I was working at the schools and stuff. So I'd get home at 5. I would, because that's all I had really. Was I would then, boot up and I would game until sometimes midnight or 1 a.m, fall asleep, rinse, repeat. But not everybody's like that.
But also at the same time, Paul, back in the day, there were way less games.
Yes, but
it doesn't mean there were. But that was also the time of the original Splinter Cell when I had to upgrade my PC so I could play the new game.
I'm just trying to get the frequency of releases. There were way less frequent. So, like right now, for example, if a game comes out, I can invest a whole lot. I don't work. I can invest a whole lot.
I can guarantee.
But new games come out where I'm like, oh shit, this other game.
Well, like yesterday, yesterday, Indiana Jones dropped for me because I have early access. So I've started playing that. But also Kill the Justice League, $5. I picked that up and I haven't played that.
That's
so
like $2.
and there was another game that I've added to my library that I haven't played.
That's right. That's right, Logic. We're in the ocean of games, facts.
Yeah, like I hear people bitch all the time about their backlog. Constantly people bitch about their backlog. And so when a game drops, it's 50 hours to complete. It's like they're never gonna get through.
And that's me, Super. That's me. That's why I'm starting to not buy shit, right? Unless I get it on sale, because I'm just giving away fucking money.
Yeah.
Well,
at this point,
ever since they sort of,
and I'm tired of that.
To be but see, the good thing is, and this is going to sound so bad. If you were to get injured again, now you got shit to do. You know what I mean?
Yo, fuck you, Paul. I hate to derail the conversation. Look, I don't want to derail the conversation.
Motorcycle.
Hold on. What you say, K-Rock?
I don't want to derail the conversation, but because we're talking about side quests and stuff and getting things at the end of it, you have to watch the Digital Foundry review of Indiana Jones, because they were talking about the side quests being so interesting and so enthralling that they'd be doing it for like 2 or 3 hours and then realize I'm not doing anything to actually progress the story because this isn't part of the main storyline, but it's so good.
Yeah.
That's what side quests need to be instead of bloated filler. They need to be something that is.
Well, they gotta stop the bloated filler. They gotta stop.
I was telling Attic when he was on at the beginning of the show, because he's completed the game. I'm just doing the main stuff, and I'm still in the main first part of the game. I'm 5 hours in. I have like 4 or 5 side quests that I haven't even looked at that at some point I got to get back to, and because it is interesting. It's keeping my interest. In fact, I almost didn't come on tonight because I would rather be playing that fucking game right now.
You can always travel back to that area too, Paul. If you were
Get the fuck out of here, you old bastard. Nah, but the bloated stuff is terrible.
A shout out to Xbox. They need to do this with every game because I've noticed some games aren't doing it. Indiana Jones is one of them. Giving us the option for a premium edition upgrade with Game Pass for only $35. Well, I know that they did that when the first Flight Sim came out. You could premium edition upgrade cheaper, but the new Flight Sim 2024 does not have a premium edition upgrade. That is not the way to go.
Indiana Jones didn't have it either.
Yes, it
did. Yeah, they did. $34.
So what I heard? Well, listen, I heard it did. Right, me and Scrub was playing Call of Duty last night. We got offline, and he was talking about that. And when I went to the store, I saw $69.99 and $100 version.
No,
I did not see. Hold on, let me finish. Let me finish. We could not find the $34 upgrade like you mentioned. I said, where is it?
What do you get?
It was
early access for Call of Duty.
It's just early access. That's it.
Listen, there was a glitch on the store page. You had to search for Indiana upgrade, and it popped right up $34.99.
Oh, see, we couldn't find. We was looking for it last night.
It's up there now.
Well, and what I was trying to say, the store was kind of broken last night when it launched.
Yeah.
And so
if you look for it now, it shows up now as soon as you.
Oh, okay. Because it probably was a store thing. That wouldn't be the first time, but we was looking last night because I said this is some bullshit.
That's what I was trying to say. The store was broken for.
Have y'all seen the collector's edition controllers?
Indiana Jones
have y'all seen the collector's edition controllers that they've released?
Yep. Also, I was going to say the other games that done that is they've done that with the last 3 Forzas have come with the $30 upgrade. Because I've done it all 3 times.
Yeah, the Forza is different.
Every single game that goes into Game Pass.
Well, they started with Call of Duty as one of the new acquisitions.
Yeah.
I heard about the Indiana Jones. Like I said, I couldn't find the shit, but I know sometime in the store you got to be specific.
You got to look for it.
Right. And I'm like, yo, that should have been just like, listen, Ultimate, here you go. Take this. I did it for Call of Duty. Like I bought $109 plus tax version of the Vault Edition every year. That $30 shit was a fucking no-brainer for me. Scrub, we was like, oh shit.
Early edition too.
So you want to see what I got myself for early birthday Christmas present? Because I need to get a new one.
Oh, I thought you got
the flight simulator, the flight simulator version of the HOTAS flight stick. There we go.
Cool.
I got that.
Wow.
I got that stick.
I have
Nice
wanted
stick.
the Turtle Beach, the Turtle Beach Velocity 1 with the.
Oh
Yeah,
yes.
real-
I have wanted that since the first time I saw it, and it's still $350.
Yeah, 300. Yeah,
I'm like,
300 or something, right?
Trust
Right. I
me,
was going to
I
say the
want
price.
that too, but not for 350. No, I.
Well, I mean, okay, so I mean, here's the whole thing with this with Indiana Jones. I think the game is a great game. I just feel.
Did you
that
play it? Did you play it?
No, I've not had a chance because I've not bought the early access yet. I think it's a
So
great
how
game.
about this? We don't want to hear your comments.
What the fuck? I'm gonna say what I want to say. It's my
you
shit.
know you get so just
You can't talk about shit you didn't play, motherfucker.
No, I think it's a great game. I'm looking forward to playing it. Actually, yeah. So
I just thought of a perfect song for you. Why?
He already forgot. He already forgot.
I'm so excited to get his song out, everybody. Here you go. How low can you go? How loose is the goose?
Oh,
yeah, but you know what? Here's the thing: like this whole thing of like buying the game early. Super logged off for some reason. This whole thing about buying the game early, I just can't do it anymore. Ever since they sort of like not made physical games much anymore, I'm not really keen on buying the game the day it comes out. I can wait. I'm like, okay, well, I'll get to it when I get to it. If I'm compelled to play that game immediately, like I am for Indiana Jones, I'll buy it right then and there, or I'll play it.
That's who it's for, though.
Yeah.
It's not for everybody. It's for the fucking fiends like us.
Yeah.
There's a reason why I pre-ordered Stalker 2. And that's because when I found out that the pre-order bonus quest line would never be offered for resale after release. It was a shout out to their fans that believed in them. There is something like that with the Indiana Jones edition. If you get the premium edition, you get a special quest. And you get early access for $35, Wize. I don't know what you're waiting on.
No, I'm going to go do it now. I mean, I was going to do it yesterday.
No, he spent all his money on fucking Pornhub, and he fucking got to re-up the next paycheck.
No. Guess what I got? I got another one of these.
You get the game in a day. You're going to spend $35 just to get it now? You get it in a fucking day.
Well, he said that I'm getting premium content.
Yo, move that shit back. That doesn't look good when you put it straight up to the camera.
Yeah, so,
that's better.
So, they had that whole 30 thing. So they had released some more portals on the PlayStation Direct. So I picked one up. So, I didn't open the original one because I can't bring myself to do it. So when I got the second one, I'm like, yeah, well, fuck, I'm going to play this one. This thing is sweet. And did y'all like the opening, the unboxing of this thing was fucking boss.
I haven't opened it. I looked up the fucking Xbox controller for Indiana Jones. My fucking computer crashed and I did it. Evidently, I chose poorly, but like it's cool because it looks like the Grail.
Yeah,
but it's not cool because it's just two colors.
I just got the reference, like the Last Crusade when he picks the wrong.
Yeah,
the
you
wrong
chose you just now got that, did you? Yeah.
No, but I like the controllers. The controllers are nice. Even the Elite was nice, but I was like, yeah, well,
it looks like it's made of fucking leather. Like it's got
it looks really premium. Yeah,
it's actually human skin, but that's
oh my god,
it's the Necronomicon edition.
It's the
Necronomicon edition.
Yeah. All right. So anyhow, I was on Crossfire last night with Mag.
Why?
And,
I mean,
Mooch.
With Mooch.
Yo, you sell your pussy for anything, huh?
No, Mag was on too, and we were just talking and everything.
Mag is my guy. Fuck Crossfire.
He's the only strip hooker that's got his thumb out. Only.
Anyhow, Mag was saying that, okay, so as you know, Mag has some insider track as to, he has people from on the inside telling him stuff. And he said that he can unequivocally confirm without that the PlayStation Portal, the portable PlayStation, the one that you can play the games locally.
We know what a portal is, bro. Let's go.
Portable, yeah, is going to come out in 2026.
Oh, so not the portal.
No, the portable, like the portable. They're
PlayStation 5 Go.
Yeah, and they're trying to get it to run on all PlayStation 5 games, etc. Obviously, that goes without saying. But yeah, he's saying that it's definitely coming out by 2026. And
how did they get a handheld that's going to natively play PS5 games at the same level?
See, this is what we
No. Hold on. Let's stop.
Is it going to play them at like 1080p?
Most likely, I guess they're gonna have to do something.
It's
of that
not-
nature.
I guess on a smaller screen that they could do that. Like
Yeah,
you
no,
4K.
it could play. It could play at 900 or 720p and give you that same
because the
demographic.
pixels are so small. Yeah,
It's a smaller screen. Long as it's 10 inches and below, you do not need
That's what
high
she said.
resolution. long. Yo, listen. This is another thing. Addict,
as long as you bring in the hammer, I'm good.
My boy Addict said something on the Iron Lords, and I had to hit him with like 5 super chats. You dudes think we thinking too much, right?
What do you mean?
Okay. You could right now. Spider-Man on a fucking Asus ROG Ally looks just like the PlayStation,
Right.
because it's on a small screen. You can run it at 900p at a smaller pixel density on a smaller screen. Looks fucking amazing. You do not need 4K, right? You do not need 4K on a fucking handheld. You do not need 4K. Do not let nobody sell that to you and say, "Oh, how is Xbox going to make a handheld?"
It's because of this, and I just did it myself, right? Because I'm like, how are they? Because I'm not thinking, because we're so used to all our devices, all our handhelds, all our tablets, all come
Our
out
TVs.
4K,
That's what the fuck, right?
Like
right.
my 75-inch needs to be 4K. It's fucking 75 inch.
Right. It
I don't
needs to
need
be
that
4K.
shit. I don't need that shit in my hand.
But you see, you guys are neglecting the more important question. We can also say, without a shadow of a doubt, right now, the console war, the set-top box war is pretty much spoken for. All right, when you can sit there and argue if you want to, but we can say
who's going to argue? The only people who talk console war are the idiots on Twitter.
Listen, so the next, I guess the next region for the battleground, if you will, is the portable space.
Nintendo owns that. It's over.
No,
what
but wait a minute.
about?
Now, obviously, so you have two different companies having two different paradigms. So rumors say, and this is what Mag was saying, the PlayStation device is going to be PlayStation only. It's going to be a walled garden, basically, kind of like the Switch. However,
that's what Sony does. That's what
right. Well, and the Xbox device, the Xbox device
is going to be like the fucking ROG Ally.
It's going to be
an Xbox store.
And so here's the thing. So the question is, okay, if you can get all of your games on the Xbox iteration, and technically you can get the Steam games, you can get your Xbox games, and via Steam
Epic
you can get the PlayStation games. Yeah, you can get your PlayStation games. Would that be a better? I mean, these things are going to be $400 minimum, anyways, because you're playing it locally. Who has a better or more compelling offer? Like who do you think? Microsoft or PlayStation? And who do you think is going to win this?
Listen to me. It's not a win. You have a fucking Asus ROG Ally. Did you just ask that?
No, I'm just
but he
saying.
doesn't know how to use it correctly, so that's okay.
It's not correctly. You download the fucking game and you play it.
Okay.
But he's always trying to play 3 of them at the same time. Remember, he
He likes it in all 3 of his holes. We know that. What I'm saying is, come on, this is not really a question. If you have a ROG Ally, unlike the Steam Deck, you play everything natively on a Windows platform device.
Yep.
Yes.
They're not going to open in their system, Sony. We know they're not going to do that. Right? I heard the same shit.
Apple
but
their shit.
Right now, if you have an Asus ROG Ally, I don't give a fuck if you like Steam Deck. Steam Deck is still not the best portable. It's the fucking Windows-based portables because all that shit is based on Windows. So I get everything native. GOG store, Amazon games.
So do you think when we just dollar for dollar, you think the Xbox platform is going to sell more than the PlayStation platform?
I thought you don't have a native Game Pass app, right?
I think it has a native Game Pass app, bro.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you down and listen.
It's not that good now, but you do have a native.
What the fuck is you talking about? Yes, it is.
PC Game Pass is ass. You know that. Come on.
How is it ass? Hold on. Wait. He has one. That's why.
That's why I have one. And for me, it's a clunky interface. I like the Steam interface better. That's just me.
First of all, let's say this for the record. You're talking about the software.
Yes.
When you download Starfield, motherfucker, it plays just like the console, don't it?
It does. I'm not saying.
So what the fuck are we talking about? You talking about the fucking UI?
Yes, I'm talking about the UI.
So you need to be change over time. So you need to be specific.
And let me just say they've already, as I said earlier, because of Indiana Jones, they've already started to crack that wall. You can play your Steam version of Indiana Jones with your Xbox save and vice versa as of today.
Like the
But hold on.
PS5
But hold on.
is
But hold on.
already different than when it was at launch.
Yep.
But hold on. Let me say this: if you have Game Pass Ultimate, you have Game Pass PC, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yes.
Why the fuck do you need the Steam version and you download it from Xbox on Game Pass on PC? You don't need the Steam version.
Or you can run it natively, Xbox version on your handheld.
No, that's what I'm saying. When you download it from on Game Pass on PC, it is the fucking native version. That's why I don't understand why people keep saying this idiotic shit.
But the nice thing is, it is truly a play anywhere at this point.
Yes.
If you do have it on,
it's like that. Only thing that Microsoft is going to do, they're going to release a handheld, and they're going to have a specific, whatever you buy on PlayStation, Xbox, you're going to have an Xbox store, which is going to be the Xbox app, and you just download your games. I have played everything from Forza Horizon, Forza Motorsport, to Starfield, anything in Game Pass or some Game Pass PC, Cloud, and Xbox is native.
Why can't
and
I
not
have
only
my Xbox UI on my ROG Ally?
that's probably what they're gonna do
That's
next
what I want.
on their own hand. That's what I'm telling you. That's the only thing that might change. But you have all that right now. All of it right now.
But the nice thing is, Lemon, you were saying, why would you look? If I have a friend and he's got the Steam version and he plays that at home, but he's at my house and he has access to my console, he can now log into my console, pull up his own personal save from his Steam version of Indiana Jones and play his game where he's at. And then when he's done there, go home and pick it up right where he left off at my house. That is nice.
Well, once again, Microsoft is leading that play anywhere charge.
Right. Okay, and they've been doing that for years.
Okay, but
I was just gonna say, in terms of which one will sell better, it really depends. With PlayStation having the market name along with Nintendo, but between PlayStation and Xbox, if people aren't really researching all the things you do on both, probably PlayStation purely off a name. But which one is better in terms of features and everyone else is saying with it being a more open system, it would be Xbox.
Listen, you got people out here.
Which one is going to start the next generation of consoles?
I don't think it's going to be a next generation of consoles like that. I mean, I think this is going to be a no. I think there's going to be a next generation. I don't think this portable is going to be the next generation. I think the portable is going to be like its own thing to access their ecosystem.
Oh, now you want to separate
I think Microsoft has already said that the portable they come up with is not going to be their next generation. I think they've already said
that a couple of years ago.
Because
I mean recently they backed that up.
Okay, so you guys are more tech savvy than I am. So like portably anyways, what is the strongest chip that we can get? I don't think we can get PS5 level or Xbox Series X level in a portable anyway right now.
But you don't need that.
I'm not saying that you do, but I'm asking what is like the strongest portable chip that's out there? Like what
we're talking about 2 years from now though.
The strongest on the market is the 880-40U. That's made by AMD.
Okay,
which is basically a Z1 Extreme with a little bit more.
I thought they released a Z2 already. Did they not?
No. The Z1 Extreme is stomping fire out of a lot of shit.
Isn't the die going to shrink again in the next 2 years though?
Yeah. Supposedly. That comes with time. But right now, I'm playing Call of Duty on my fucking ROG Ally at work.
Okay, but let me ask you a question.
Looks amazing.
Teraflop, like, I know this is not a metric that we can use because it's not an accurate metric, but let's just make it easy for comparison's sake. This
Wize,
Z1
look at
Extreme,
the private chat when you have a chance.
Okay, Z1 Extreme, what is the power what power level am I looking
8 teraflops.
Perfect.
8 teraflops.
Perfect for a handheld.
And technically, that's a little bit too much for a fucking handheld. That's a lot. You know what I'm saying? This is why. Listen, you have a ROG Ally. Download Indiana Jones. Play it on your ROG Ally first.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna play it on my ROG first.
And then play it on your Xbox. And when all your shit transfer over, you start off exactly where you was at before. You fucking tell me if it's not working today, because that's why I tried to tell Attic. I said, dude, you're bugging.
Okay, I'm gonna do it after the show.
Attic doesn't play on the go. So I said I can't respect what you're saying because you don't play on the go.
Bruh, like I don't know. Like I'm telling you right now, I mean this just might be superficial shit.
Oh, stop playing Nintendo games.
No, but check it. No, but this might be superficial shit. Ever since I bought the PS5 Pro, the Portal is better, runs better off of the PS5 Pro than it ever did
other
the
people.
PS5.
Other people have said the same thing. That it's
Shawn Layton comes to your house and give you back shots.
No, but I've been playing. Like I played a whole game. This game called Gris. Have y'all heard of it? Gris is an indie game. It's like just a platformer. Really good game. I played it all on the Portal. It was phenomenal. No lag whatsoever. And before I used to have this like lag. I'm playing right now the Dragon Quest 3 HD 2D on this whole thing, and it's phenomenal.
Yeah, but are you playing in your house or are you like playing like
dude anywhere? Like I'm playing off of my hotspot at school, and you know the school internet fucking sucks, you know, and it's able to play it flawlessly. Like I mean, there is a little bit, but it's like nothing that is like game altering or unplayable game level.
Now on your chipset for the next Switch. And Nintendo works with Intel. They'll probably will have a version of Intel in their next console.
They work with NVIDIA. They work with NVIDIA. They work with NVIDIA, bro.
Yeah, not Intel. Okay,
they work with NVIDIA.
Really? Cerebro, you have a
it's not Intel, it's NVIDIA.
KY. Not me. It wasn't me. It was KY.
Bob.
No, go ahead, KY. Go ahead.
Bobby Hill.
So we brought this up on Game Set Live last night, and fuck you all for not showing up in my chat.
I would have came. I would have came, but I didn't use a condom.
That's what she said.
So I have a theory. And it's going to make a lot of people mad that are looking forward to a lower tier of Xbox. Because I believe next generation, the lower tier will be $500. The lower tier of Xbox will be their handheld.
Yeah, I agree.
You're going to pay $700 for their premium console, and you're going to pay $500 for their handheld, which is going to give you 6 to 8 teraflops of graphical
and a docking option
with a Zen 3. With a Zen 3 instead of a Zen 2 that we're stuck with now. So frame rates won't be an issue.
Hold on. We're not on Zen 2. We're on Zen 3, buddy.
No, Zen 2. Look it up. Look it up.
For the ROG?
No, for the Xbox and the PlayStation, we're on Zen 2.
I was talking about the ROG, my bad.
So you're going to get a handheld that has a Zen 3, so frame rate won't be an issue. But it's only going to be 6 to 8 teraflops, which at 1080p, that's okay because it'll run FSR 3.
Yo, listen, let me give you.
But you're going to pay $500 for it, unfortunately, which is okay.
Listen, which is okay. But let me say this.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm running 1080p 120 right now on my handheld.
Yep.
Right now.
Mm-hmm.
So if we talk about 2-3 years from now, that's going to be like a walk in the park. If you're doing it today, 2-3 years from now, that should be simple, right?
Right.
Because my ROG Ally, 120 frames. It's crazy.
I understand, but you have to understand when this generation came out, it literally came out 7 days before the release of Zen 3.
Yep.
And it had Zen 2 in it, which screwed everything as far as frame rates went.
Well,
it made it very difficult to hit that 60.
Well, it's very hard for me to imagine them to release a console 7 days after the new launch of a chip anyway. So, yeah.
Well, that's because it had been in development for a year.
Yeah.
Or more.
Well, I mean, it's like right now when they're doing the portable, I'm imagining that they're making hard decisions right about now as to what chip is going to go into it, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, right? So, yeah.
No, but Zen 3 will give you the frame rates you want, and whether it's RDNA 2 or 3, you'll be just fine.
But let me say
but by the time them shits come out, it might be Zen 4 out by then.
But you're saying
we're on Zen 4 now.
Right. But I'm talking about for the handheld, it might be Zen 4 for the motherfuckers. Never know.
But you're talking about you're talking about Xbox. I think PlayStation's going to do the same thing. You're going to have 2 variants. You're going to have the portable weaker variant, and it's going to be $400 or $500, and then you're going to have the set top variant, which is going to be $700. That's going to be your bells and whistles and everything like that.
I'm telling you, the handheld will be no less than $500.
Well, yeah, I mean, ever since PlayStation drew a line in the sand with the $700 PS5 Pro, I knew when they drew that line in the sand that is your new normal. People are sitting and pushing back.
You're talking about portables, and the current portal is only $200. So that's a
no. I'm talking about set top box. $700 is your new normal for your set top.
Right. And you said $500 for the handheld.
It's not.
Right.
That's a $300 jump from what they sell for the Pro.
The all digital Xbox is what? How much is the all digital Xbox?
400.
Series.
500.
No, it's not.
No,
Series 400. Series X. Series X all digital is $400.
What is the $599 is a disc one, right? The $599 is a disc with 2 terabytes.
With the 2 terabytes, you're paying for the memory.
Yeah. Okay. So then the
form
version
factor,
below
the
that one, the
2230.
all white one, is the discless one, which is $499.
Is it?
Yes, I'm almost positive. $599 was that speckled shit that they released, and then the $499 was the all white discless one that they had with 2 terabytes in it.
So you saying
you're paying for the storage?
So you saying the white one is exactly the price of the one with the disc that first came out?
Yes. And the other one that came out, the black speckled, is $599, so $100 more because you're paying for extra.
You pay. First of all, they all should be using 2280. Using that 2230, the smaller the fucking memory in terms of the size of it, not the capacity, the size is what fucking made that shit go up. And when I told people that before these consoles came out, they said I was crazy. You don't want to do anything 2230. Even the new Asus ROG Ally, what they went with 2280 because it's fucking cheaper. Everybody's buying a 4 terabyte now. It's $200. If you fucking take that same form factor with a 2230, that's 4 terabytes. It's $700 to $600, which is ridiculous.
Okay, so you can get it off of I'm just looking at Verizon right now. You can get the all white one for $450.
Mm-hmm.
For $450. So I think it was starting at $499, but I think because of Black Friday and Christmas, they're on sale.
Yeah, they dropped it. It was $429. It was $429 during Black Friday.
Yeah, so it's but I remember them when they first announced it over the summer. It was like $499 or some shit like that. But
and I'm gonna say this: I agree with KY Bob what he said, but this is what I think Microsoft should do: release a powerful console. Of course, it's gonna be more powerful than the X, and make the X the S, and just leave it. Make the X the new S, and leave it. There's more than enough capable. Motherfucking shit. Indiana Jones got full ray tracing in that motherfucker. The whole fucking game.
It doesn't matter what they do, because we know just by looking at the statistics that people are going to gravitate to the lower spec, cheaper console.
Yeah.
The S is the one that sold like gangbusters, not the friggin' X. Well, not gangbusters, but I mean, it's the one that sold way more than the X did.
Right.
Of course, the cheaper option is going to sell. Right? People don't want to spend more money.
Not if they don't have to.
They're gonna listen. The cheaper option is always better for the casual people. That other shit.
When the parents go to the store, they go, "Wait, this one plays Call of Duty? Yeah. Does that one play Call of Duty? Yeah. So they both play Call of Duty? Yeah. All right, give me the one."
They don't give a fuck. Exactly. We still can play. This is another crazy shit that I talked about. That people talked about, and I said, see, this is why y'all don't pay attention. They was talking about people that play 60 frames can't play with people that play 30. They've been doing that on PC for years.
Yeah, they get their ass kicked.
Years. They can play. So people's like, well, you can't. But see, this is people who don't know what the fuck they talk about. They just talk it.
Yeah.
But do a little homework. You find out on PC, they've been playing 60, 120, 244, all that shit all together.
That's why console players hate playing with PC players, and PC players love playing with console players.
Yes. Yes.
A word up, everybody say. If you don't like it, you can look the other way. Word up.
Well, let me ask you guys a question. Okay, so here's the thing, right? Here's the thing. Now we're sort of establishing that the other major publishers are making handhelds. So in the past, Sir X-Men, your favorite subject is coming up. So in the past, Nintendo used to compete in the power narrative. Of course, they found out they couldn't compete, so they went to the motion games and stuff with the Wii and the Wii U, and then everybody else started doing it with the PlayStation Move and this Xbox, the Kinect or whatever, and then they had to find another blue ocean, which was the portable gaming market. Now everyone's going to the portable gaming market. Do you think Nintendo has to now go back to the well and reinvigorate to keep themselves alive?
Nope.
Nintendo used to fight themselves.
Mario Kart 22 and fucking Legend of Zelda, whatever the fuck it is, it's going to be on whatever the fuck they make.
Or some shit.
Is that still going to be a compelling reason for somebody to dip?
If it's a compelling reason now, why is it not going to be a compelling reason in 2 years?
Yeah.
Well, it's a compelling reason now because Nintendo was the first to market with this portable shit where you could play the console game on portable.
No, they was not.
Okay, I know, but I'm talking about for the mass market. Okay, yeah, I know the NVIDIA.
Called out.
Yeah, I mean, I do understand all of that. I'm just talking about for the general zeitgeist of it. That's what people will be thinking, right?
Zeitgeist. Who talks like that? I mean, seriously.
Educated
Wize does whenever he wants to sound intelligent.
Douchebags.
Of course, everybody else in Alabama hears that word and goes, what?
Very normal word.
Okay, I'm sorry. How many people here have a PhD? There you go. All right.
I have a master's.
If you got a PhD, you doing this podcast, you still not
Alabama University. He's got a PhD.
You need to go back to school, motherfucker.
I've been carrying this
A
podcast
PhD in Alabama is like a 6th grade education everywhere else.
Oh, shit.
He's got a PhD in skinning alligators.
He said he got his college degree from the Caribbean islands.
Well, you know, in order to pass the PhD exam, you need to know how to cook chitlins and make the right. In order to get your PhD in Alabama, you need to know how to cook chitlins and make a decent pair.
That motherfucker KY said, "Was it online?"
You know, he goes in the bedroom and I go, "Call me doctor. I got a PhD." She's like, "Fuck you, dude. Fuck you."
No, fuck yourselves. No, but okay, so. You guys, we're going back to Nintendo. You think that Nintendo doesn't have to do anything, but you guys are all saying, okay, with the Mario Kart and everything. But it is one of the main reasons that it Nintendo sort of had what it was because they were the first to market when it comes to portable games that are both TV based or console based plus portable
hybrid
based.
Yeah.
Right. So, is that still going to be a compelling reason to play on the Nintendo platform if all they got is just their IP?
Yeah.
Else is doing it.
I've said before that it won't be instant, but I do think that over the next few years, they will see if they need to make an adjustment or anything because
they don't have to make shit. They sell 30 million copies of their first party game.
I'm talking about in the future to have an ongoing thing if the other markets pick up.
Even if the next Nintendo console was not hybrid and it was only a set-top box, it's got more than enough of a compelling reason to sell it because it has all of its first party IP that's coming with it. And,
guys,
all those Nintendo gamers, they're gonna go and get the next Nintendo console.
I want to introduce you to a guy I met on
KY Bob is on the phone with Michael J. Fox for the Tom and King Cerebral
Ball. I met on Gaming After Dark with Noof. This is one of Noof's podcast buddies on Gaming After Dark. His name is Proto Foxy. So welcome, Proto. How are you doing, my man? Proto, how you doing?
It's this asshole. I mean, hey, Proto, how you doing?
Hey, what's up, Paul? What's up, Paul? Hey, fellas, how you doing? I only got a couple of minutes because I'm at work, but I got tired of not being able to make it on for the couple of minutes.
You about to get fired fucking with Wize.
we are talking right now about the impending portable console wars, basically. And my question to the panel was, okay, we know that Nintendo in the past has always looked for the blue ocean strategy, looking to compete into some market that has not been tapped yet. Like when the GameCube was competing with the power narrative, they had to switch to the Wii, which is motion controls, in order to not compete with Xbox and PlayStation. And then when everybody else started doing their own like motion controls, like with the Move and the Kinect, then Nintendo had to go back to the drawing well and come up with another idea, which was the Switch, which was a portable game and a portable market and everything like that. Do you think now that everyone is now going to the portable spectrum, Nintendo is going to have to go to the well again? Or do you think that their IP will be a compelling enough reason for enough for their fans to buy the console, basically?
I think with the Switch, to be completely honest with you, with the Switch 2, whatever's coming, I think they're gonna stick with what they're doing, the whole hybrid console thing. I think they got that part of the market locked. I think what Sony and Xbox are going to end up doing as far as portables go, they're going to push a power narrative. And obviously cloud streaming and access to their network libraries of PSN, and then the Xbox library being mobile, what have you. But I don't think Nintendo's going to shift, at least not yet, because they've never, like you had said, GameCube and the power narrative, and then switching up for motion controls with the Wii. They don't care about the power narrative anymore. That's not their bag. They got their IPs, they got their niche, and that's where they're successful. And that's
that's the thing. They keep finding a niche, right? Well, when everyone was doing power, they went to motion. When everyone was doing motion, they went to portability. Now that everyone's doing portability, where do they go?
They'll stay there.
They have to go.
They don't have to. I think their niche is what's going to keep them there. If they try and innovate again, I feel like they won't go the power narrative. They'll do something similar to like how they did with the DS and the 3DS. They'll come up with another way to make their Switch 2 successor, whatever you want to call it. I feel like they'll find something that's going to set themselves apart, because they can't compete on a power narrative. And that's what Xbox and PlayStation are going to do.
Does everyone else agree? What do y'all think? Do you think
I agree with him. I agree with him.
They've been saying this shit for weeks. We had the conversation about the Switch 2
know
all
what
the
they're
time.
talking about. What the hell's going on here?
We're talking about Switch and moving. Like, okay, we were saying that. Okay, Nintendo
Wize
historically has
Who are you
always looked
talking
for the
to?
blue
Loke
ocean.
knows what we're talking about.
I know what we're talking about. I'm just saying. I can't believe you brought someone on that knows what they're talking about. That's wild.
Proto, there you go. There's your compliment right there. Loke is from Texas. He doesn't compliment everybody, so you know how Texans are.
Well, I appreciate that. And fellas, as I drop that little bit, I got to head back into work. After Christmas, Wize, I'm free on Friday, so I'll be able to come in for the whole show.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much for stopping in, by the way, and thank you for sharing your points.
All right, I appreciate that. And gentlemen, you guys have a good night.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right.
Tell your wife I said hi.
I will do.
Yeah, I left my wallet.
I got a question for you, Wize.
Sure.
When you went on Crossfire,
I know what you're saying, Phil. Listen, Phil. Phil. I know that bitch Sarah Bond is crapping your style. I know.
Hey.
Listen,
Don't disrespect the queen, man.
Big Philly, I'm going to try and convey to the community that it's not about sales. It's about engagement numbers. I know that. I know. It would make it so much easier if you all would just publish the Game Pass subscribers so everybody could see how much it's went up. That would clear out a lot of shit. I know Microsoft doesn't do that, but just this one time, Phil, please.
Oh, shit, I see it. It says upgrade to play now. It's on my dashboard.
Yep.
Oh shit! Because I couldn't find it.
No, they did it. Like I said last night, they did a store update.
All right. Go ahead. All right.
Yeah.
So
I'm gonna ask you this, Wize, you piece of shit. When you went on Crossfire,
yes, sir.
Did you bring your PlayStation thong with you? Because you know that.
No, I brought my PlayStation Portal with me though.
Motherfucker.
I want to know on your PlayStation thong, right over the butthole, what shape is it?
Oh, this
Jim Ryan.
Wait a minute.
Jim Ryan. No.
Is it the X, the circle, the square?
Cross, goddammit. How dare you?
Yo,
my asshole looks like
I already had this.
My asshole when I wear my PlayStation thong looks like it works for Squid Game. Let's put it that way.
Dude, that second season's coming out in a few days.
Have y'all seen the new controller, the new Xbox Squid Game controller? That shit is like $239 fucking dollars. Oh shit, no.
Xbox makes more money in controllers than fucking PlayStation does for first party.
I just preloaded Atom Fall, Avowed, and Sniper Elite Resistance.
Nice.
All right. So let's go ahead and get everyone out here so we can play more Indiana Jones. So let me go ahead. Let me get started with you, Paul. Tell us where we can find you, sir.
You can find me on X. It's Cerebral Paul 1. You can find me at Blue Sky. It's Cerebral Paul. You can find me
It's time to shake some ass with some bitches.
Twitch at Cerebral Paul. In fact, I'll be streaming after the show in a few minutes after I make go bite to eat. You can find me on. We are going to start back up the wrestling podcast on 4GQ TV on Mondays, and we're going to be doing more content. Carlos said we're starting up the Thursday show again. I'm part of the Lords of Gaming. I will be here next week. Soon after that, I will be in California for 2 weeks. So I will be on Twitter, but that's about it. I won't be.
Would you let me fucking talk?
Okay. Stop. And so there you go. That's it. Whatever.
It's Sir X, man. Tell us where we can find you, sir. Hey, you crotchety bastard. Tell us where you can find you.
He's trying to get out of his sarcophagus.
You can find me at the mall with a toe tag. You can find me with the defibrillator attached to my nuts.
You can find me at the CVS in the Depends aisle.
The mic's gonna go live. The mic's gonna go live, and you're gonna hear clear.
Give me a second. I'm looking for my stool softeners.
Well, I think we lost him.
Where's the X-Lax chocolates?
I gotta admit something. I think I fucked up.
Uh-oh.
You think you fucked up? Why?
You bought the game twice?
No. I never. No.
Sloppy seconds.
I just looked at something. I've been had Indiana Jones since last week.
You bought this upgrade last week.
No, I didn't buy anything. I was given.
Oh, you were given.
And I just looked at this and they said, you already own this. I didn't buy anything. But so sometimes
you could have been playing.
Yeah. I fucked up. Thank you, Microsoft. My bad. I fucked up.
All right.
That fucking drinking.
So let's move on to Triple because Sir X-Men apparently has gone back into a coma. So there we go.
Back in the sarcophagus, man.
Exactly.
Oh wow.
Somebody needs to tell him it's time for his Geritol. All right, Triple.
Oh.
The last thing he needs is a stool softener. He'll be sitting in.
Oh.
Wow. Hey, I know what'll wake up Sir X-Men. Hey, Sir X-Men, I got a Werther's original for you. If you
Oh, not the hard candy.
Got that little got that butterscotch candy for you.
Got some butterscotch.
Or that peppermint Christmas crap that all sticks together in a big lump. Yeah.
He's over there trying to pull that mothball out his ass. Chill out.
Tell me you got some bingo cards.
Oh. Oh shit.
Sir X-Men wonders why everyone's making a big deal out of Christmas when it was some asshole born in a manger, born in a barn.
Oh, wow.
Like, why do they make a big deal of that asshole born in a barn?
Wow.
Because that bitch gave birth without having sex. It's like, yeah, fucking right.
Hey, look, they were immigrants, and the innkeeper didn't want no immigrants, and it did. So, yeah, that's all it was.
Make Bethlehem great again.
Yo, shout out to my two dogs for pissing on my Switch box and shorting out my fucking my Razer fucking keyboard, you little fucking bastards.
Guys, I'm going to show you this. Hold on.
Dude.
No, do not put your little penis on the screen, please.
I have tried other brands of mice and keyboards, but I always go back to my Red Dragon.
So this was the screen protector that was on that PlayStation Portal. You see it?
That's kind of cool.
And it looks like the original logo log.
Yeah, you're getting your book next week. You're getting your book next week, Wize, if I don't mail it tomorrow.
What he's not telling you is he played with it like that for the first 2 hours and realized he couldn't see
exactly.
anything.
I actually thought this was the screen.
You wear glasses for no reason.
No, trying to look through the little holes.
Dude, I mean, it was like Apple level unboxing. I mean, I'm telling you, it was really good.
So why you didn't do a video, motherfucker?
I didn't know until I unboxed the motherfucker. That's what I'm saying. It was too little too late then. I don't see. PlayStation has always a piss poor unboxing experience, so I didn't think of it as it being a big deal.
It'd be like cardboard and paper.
Yeah.
You know who did it right? The Series X.
Series X did a very good job. They did an excellent job. Excellent job. You opened it up, and it was like, oh yeah, power your dreams. That shit was next level, right?
That was one of my best unboxings. I love that unboxing.
Yeah.
Hey, you know the 360 throwback remote that was made by, I can't remember the name of the company now. Its unboxing was kind of like that. You opened up the top.
Mm-hmm.
And it was a spread apart, and one side
said, that's what she said.
One side said 2005, the other side said 2024 full circle.
Right now. Nice. Sorry about that, guys.
Nice. Okay, you back, you crotchety bastard.
You finally got off the toilet, so where can they find you?
Oh shit! Where can they find you?
The toilet. He's back on the toilet.
The motherfucker strained on the toilet again, passed out. Don't strain on the toilet. You pass out every time, motherfucker.
Yo, sometimes you gotta use that little teaspoon to get it out.
Sometimes the fart ain't worth it. You know what I'm saying? If you fart and pass out in the process, it ain't worth it.
When you fart, it's not supposed to run down your leg. Okay, I'm just.
Oh shit!
Can you imagine Sir X-Men doing that?
You got a second job at the Wonka factory.
Can you do my outro next? I gotta go.
It's okay. What? Tell us
at some point.
Tell us where we can find you. I'm sorry. I'm imagining Sir X-Men farting and passing out. I'm sorry. I can't get that image off my mind. Sorry.
Wow.
Oh my goodness.
I love this show.
This is KY Bob. You can find me KY Bob on every gaming platform, on all social media. Thursdays at 7:15 we do the Game Set Loud podcast on YouTube. You can catch the next day that night's episode. That morning, that episode will be up wherever you get your podcast audioly, which
nice.
Be it Spotify, Apple, Amazon, or Pocket Casts. You catch all of our archived episodes there too. And I'll leave you all with what I say when I leave every podcast, my own or someone else's. Gamers, get outside, touch some grass, hug someone you love, and game on, baby.
Thank you.
Some ass.
Hug somebody, especially
if you survive the last fart. Are you with us? Knock once if you can hear. Fart once if you can hear me.
He dislocated a hip.
Peace out, everyone.
No. All right, KY, listen, you got to really say his slogan. Rise from the grave.
Need Undertaker's gong right about now.
Yeah. Where's the introduction when you need it?
Yo, I made that call for you too, Cerebral. My team is working on something.
Can you imagine? Mom, call 911. Why? Dad farted again.
Shit. It's a fucking tsunami in his underwear. Fucking tsunami in his drawers.
Fucking Mr. Potato Head.
Oh shit!
I'm just popping shit.
Oh shit! It came from the chupacabra killer.
Shuck today. Gotta make sure you get the shuck today in there.
Yo, I'm using my new Xbox headsets with my fucking Surface Pro 8.
Nice.
Loke, tell us where we can find you, sir.
You can find me on TSWS, Twitter, PlayStation, Xbox, Steam. That's it.
And Texas.
You guys can go back talking about feces. You can go ahead and
selling illegal DVDs in Brooklyn.
Look, come on now. That image of Sir X-Men farting and passing out in the process, that shit's funny as fuck.
I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna scar my mind permanently with that information. I'm not even gonna think about it. No, I'm done. Y'all have a good one. Fuck that.
Dream about that there, Loke. There you go. Dream about that.
Touch it.
Paul, you better stop ignoring me on Discord. I've been calling you, right? You're not.
I never hear the Discord calls. I don't hear the Discord calls. You gotta message me elsewhere to let me, because I haven't seen your Discord thing pop up on my thing at all, dude. Maybe.
On
Yeah,
your
I haven't
thing.
seen it
Pause,
on
sir.
my desk. You know, when you call, it should pop up and let me know, but it doesn't. It doesn't even show that you actively tried to get a hold of me. So.
All right, I'll send the DMs on Twitter.
Okay, that'll work.
All right, next. Lemon, tell us where we can find you, sir.
Well, you can find me here every Friday. You know, when having a good time with the fellas. I love being here. You can find me at 108 Dragons TV. Go check out my new unboxing of the Harry Pro that I got from my Asus ROG Ally. You also can find me once in a while on 4GQ TV when I'm accepted. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Paul and the team over there, Carlo. You also can find me next week at the Game Awards, and I'll be streaming live from the event if the internet is in there good enough with these. My Meta Ray-Bans.
Yeah,
you're gonna be on the next night, right? Friday.
He's got the POV porn glasses.
If I'm on now, these are Ray-Bans. These are my Meta glasses because I'm going to the club and I'm gonna be filming some booty.
I was wondering why you got your Peter Parker going. You know, so shit.
Yeah. Listen, there's always a gimmick behind your boy Lemon, man.
No, but are you gonna be on Friday?
To give us. No. I'm gonna try to be on. I'm bringing my Surface Pro, of course, because
we want your one. Because of course, there's one thing to see it on TV, but there's an entirely different thing to actually be there in person. So you can give us a little bit of the
I got
inside scoop.
Say no more.
Yeah,
say no more.
Be that close to Jeff Keighley and tell us if he smells as bad as they say.
Well, no, fuck that. Go to that honey that does all of that thing and tell me if her thighs are on point. Oh my God, those thighs.
Hold on. Oh, wait. Hey, don't get moist on my outro, motherfucker. She's like this. He's like Lemon. I need to see this.
And if she's wearing a Muppet this year, if she's wearing a skid Muppet,
I don't give a fuck what she's wearing as long as I don't care.
Now this is what I'm gonna do.
Lemon got those glasses so we can make bootleg movies.
As long as whatever she's wearing is short enough for me to see her thighs, I'm good.
Yo, listen, I ain't spoke to physically in Jeff because Jeff is really a cool dude in real life. You know what I'm saying? He fanboys out, but he's solid, man.
But we all fanboy. Come on now.
Yeah, right. For something. That's why I hate people when they be mad at him. I'm like, how you gonna be mad at somebody who's raised on PlayStation that he likes PlayStation? But anyway, I'm gonna try to give y'all some real behind the scenes. Vicious, a few other people, man. We're gonna be outside, man. Hopefully everything pop out. I'm gonna try to get my boy 100 some footage.
No, bring your boy in too if they're willing to come in on. You know, just let me know. Anyone who you're with at the Game Awards, whoever
I got
you're
you.
with. Cool.
Long as they got only thing that's bad, everybody got a fucking agenda.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like I was telling Ham Solo because he's going out there for one day, so I'm really trying to make his one day pop because he's flying out the next day. He's coming in there one day to see the show, then he's leaving. But I'm gonna try to get all the footage possible. I'm bringing like 3 cameras, so I'm just gonna try to, but I'm definitely gonna try to pull up, as long as me and 100 not drunk. Friday,
but it's even better. Shit.
Oh shit!
No.
Not 100. Not 100. Yeah. But yeah, you can find me at 108 Dragons, man. I appreciate everybody's support, man, and I want everybody that listens to this show, share it out, like and subscribe, and support everybody here because we definitely try to give you the facts.
The facts and the fun with it too.
Yeah, facts. We definitely have to have a good time. I enjoy this show. I was mad I couldn't come last week.
There is a chance if 100 gets drunk, you will see him on TV. It's called On Patrol Live. It's from
it's gonna be on the new version of Cop. That's what it's gonna be.
That's exactly what it is. Except it's fucking live. Yeah,
they had that shit already. It was called Live PD.
That's the same show. It's the same. No, it's the same show. It's on. It's on that they air it. You can catch it on.
It came back.
Yeah,
it's on service. Okay.
How many of you guys got Blue Sky also?
I did it, but whatever.
It's gonna take a while for it. It's
I like it over there because I can have these conversations without getting all the crap so far.
Right, I know. So isn't it wonderful?
Well,
yeah, I've got you muted, so it's great. So yeah,
so full of shit.
It's nice having it's nice not having to see Elon Musk's tweet every second feed.
Oh, you over there too? You over there too, Wize?
Yeah, but I still go back and forth from both the Twitter.
Well, yeah, I do both. I do both.
Yeah,
You'll see.
I do both. I'm never gonna shut down my major platforms. It's like, look, I'm a content creator on YouTube. I stream everywhere, and I also like Rumble, but that's not my platform.
Yeah.
Well, I don't stream on Twitch. I mean, I don't see the point anymore.
I'm tired of seeing Trump shit on Rumble in the average.
In fact, like me and like a lot of others, you'll see the same post on both Blue Sky and Twitch because we do have cross-pollinated audiences. But yeah, and I
said is hot.
It's beautiful.
Well, maybe I need to start streaming on Twitch as well. So.
And I what's I gonna say? I like the fact that when I went to Blue Sky, some people that I know were following me on Twitter are also following me over there, and it's unprompted. So that tells me that they really are interested in what I have to say, even if they don't communicate with me on a day-to-day. So for that part, it was nice. It's nice that I'm not having.
I can't stand you, Paul, but I could sit you all day.
Yeah, yeah. Just don't sit on me, fat ass.
Oh, you bastard! That's why I'm losing weight, bitch, just for motherfuckers like you.
Hey, Paul, he doesn't want to lose the functionality in his hands.
That's right.
I'm ride spinners, they don't stop. Ride spinners, I'm ride spinners, they don't stop. Ride spinners, I'm ride spinners, they don't stop. Ride spinners,
Yo,
I'm ride spinners.
I ain't gonna lie, my boy Watts.
I'm ride spinners, they don't stop. Ride spinners.
That's the black in you. I know you did.
Was it Latrice Sprewell that fucking started this?
Yeah, but he paid $20 to get that black in him. So, you know.
I love Wize, man.
As long as I got it in me, that's all that matters. That's what they said. Okay. All right, Super, my man, tell us where we can find you, sir.
YouTube, Supanova Gaming, Twitter at It's Nova, and then here every Friday at 6 p.m. Eastern.
Come on,
Blue Sky, if they haven't banned him already. Oh,
I'm not going with that.
Blue Sky was a hell fucking no.
Twitter and Facebook is enough for me. There's all these other social media things. I'm like, I don't need to be on 17 social media. I got Twitter and Facebook. That's good enough for me.
Yeah. Oh.
Okay, so this must be Oreo because this.
No. Oreo's my pit bull. These are my two Shih Tzus. He just got a haircut.
You have two shits. I only thought you had 2 dogs. Or you have more?
No, I got 3 dogs, a lizard, and a
and the parrot. Yeah, the Amazon gray.
No, yeah, the African gray.
I haven't seen Cozy in a minute. When I was speaking of parrots, shit. What happened to her?
Yeah, because Pimp Loke got her working.
And she said she's been busy with school and stuff like that.
She's on vacation because her bird flew south for the winter.
she was a stowaway on the bird.
Yo,
I
love Super, man. I love Super. He got the excellent DLC jokes. That shit is crazy.
She's up there.
No, but we are.
Okay,
are you back, you geriatric bastard? Are you back finally?
Ain't you heard me, motherfucker?
Okay, so tell us where the fuck are we gonna find you? Tell us where the fuck we find you.
Go find him he's in the R. Kelly state. Watch out.
Motherfucker fucking passed out again.
No,
Sir X-Men. Okay.
I'm trying to figure out a response, but for right now, I'm saying I'm gonna leave Lemon alone.
Okay, tell us where we can find you, man.
At the same time, give him a break.
You got to be quicker than that.
Tell us where we can find you. Tell us where we can find you, please.
Now you can find me on Blue Sky now. Unfortunately, that Twitter thing and Xbox on same name, everything's the same name, and that's about it. Cool. I don't know if I'll be here next week, but I'll think of I gotta be here next week, the awards show. No, K-Mag is doing this special. I won't be here.
K-Mag better not be doing a special. His ass better be on my
show. He said at the end of his last showing that the special will be the Friday after the award show.
Well, fuck it. I'm gonna have to tell him to get him on my fucking show. He doesn't need to be
No, we're doing a big show, dude.
No, you're not.
Shut your ass up.
Lemon will probably pop in right after yours in the show.
I'm trying to do everything, man. Listen, first of all, I want y'all to follow me on Instagram on my 108 Dragons TV because I want people to ask questions when I'm talking to people. I like real questions, man. I ask people the hard shit. I don't be sugarcoating questions when I talk to developers.
When is the actual show itself?
It's Thursday. It's Thursday.
Yeah, but time-wise, like what time?
I think it's 4:00. It's 4:00 Pacific Standard Time.
Okay, so
which is 7 o'clock for us.
Yeah,
for
6,
East
7
Coast.
Right.
for us. Yeah.
Right.
Okay, cool. All right. Well, yeah. Well, I mean, I'm gonna actually look forward to it. So, are you gonna be streaming live on your YouTube or your Twitch or both?
I don't know how I'm gonna do it, bro. I might do a recorded response and post something, but I want to come here live and give y'all the time.
Inside the auditorium, that auditorium is notoriously known for not having, great internet. So
that's not. Well, wait. Depends.
Yeah,
I got that inside scoop because remember I was when they was doing the first X
know.
Cloud. I was live with that Gears of War 4.
Where in LA are they doing it? Which building in LA?
It's really the old Microsoft Theater. They sold it. It's called the Peacock Theater now.
Mm-hmm.
It's still the same place.
Yeah.
It's the same
That's
place.
owned by NBC, right? NBC Universal.
I don't know who owns it now.
Yeah, NBC.
It's right next
Peacock,
to the Staples Center. There's many bars around there, so I don't know if I'm going to be in a bar.
Are you sure about that?
Microsoft is a subsidiary of NBC.
What? No,
but are you
Yeah.
sure Cerebral won't have a good internet?
No.
Because I mean, I thought that NBC Universal.
Listen,
Microsoft
I'm
is not a
just going to try.
subsidiary.
That's why I put it out there. Wise. I don't know how the internet's going to be. But when Microsoft had that theater for 2 years, I was live. Especially when my man Keanu came out on stage, I was live.
But that's like a hectic area. Like I would imagine that place would be like triple and quadruple covered with 5G, 6G, whatever the fuck.
Right.
A lot of times,
that's why you got to.
Yeah,
that's why I said I don't know if it's going to be live or recorded. That's why I said that.
The issue isn't necessarily the coverage so much; it is sometimes the building and the way they have the stuff set up inside.
Yeah, that's true.
That's
Maybe
why a lot of times
Microsoft had it lit.
Lemon will tell you when we go work these conventions and stuff. Sometimes you get on the convention floor, you can't get coverage for shit.
Nobody's on that son of a bitch.
Yeah.
Yeah,
but
I mean,
Microsoft had it lit.
Buildings,
yeah,
and I got
and in Microsoft, I end up, I get that carte blanche, and I get the good connection. I don't get the general Wi-Fi connection for the public.
Yeah.
No, but like Cerebral is correct about that because I know when we used to go to that LA convention center, not LA, but the Las Vegas convention center. Oh my God, it was horrible. But
were you in Las Vegas picking up hookers again?
Yeah, well, that's what I had to do on my side hustle, basically. No, but my parents, it was the magic show.
Oh,
I'm your wife. Your wife.
All right, guys, that is our show for tonight. That is.
You didn't do Supanova. What the fuck?
I did do Supanova.
Yeah, I did.
Oh, she didn't do triple.
Yeah,
I did do triple.
Oh, you're in the process of doing it, then you cut to Sir X-Man when you cut out.
Oh, talk that shit, Triple.
Okay, sir,
He said he wanted time.
Triple. Tell us where you can
find you. Triple.
That's where we can find you, sir.
I was just recalling the scene of events.
I like you was sleeping.
I'm over just killing shit in Fallout 76 right now. But yeah, you can find me here on Fridays. That's pretty much it. Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah. And YouTube and Twitch.
Yo, Triple, how old are you?
I'm 30.
Oh, okay.
He just turned 30 not too long ago.
Yeah.
Well,
happy belated.
He's still a kid. He's still a youngin. He's still a youngin.
You're the youngest of the group, buddy.
All right, guys, that is our show for tonight. It is officially late, though. Yeah, it is 9:30. 9:30. So yeah. Anyhow, my name is, as always, the Wise Old Gamer with a Z, the man who brings the fun in dysfunctional. You can find us every Friday evening at 6 p.m. Eastern with this motley cast of characters, and you can find me, Wise Old Gamer with a Z, on Xbox, PlayStation, Nintendo, X, Blue Sky, Instagram,
Pornhub,
OnlyFans, X videos, YouPorn, XNXX, Spank
Diddy's house,
farmanimalsonly.com, which is a weird one.
Paul is crazy. Oh shit!
Lady Boy
It's Lady Boy. Hold on, let me get this right. You shit.
Guys, that is our show. So yeah, you can catch us every Friday evening at 6 p.m. Eastern. So yeah, you can be anywhere, but you've not been anywhere till you first been wasted with Wize. Have a great weekend, everybody, and play some Indiana Jones if you can get it, I guess. I don't know.
Or if you're like a lemon and you already had it, you just didn't know it.
All right. So have a good one, guys. And we are